Saturday evening. I was at Saturday. I think I was trying to say maybe they thought about playing Saturday, but here we are on a beautiful Friday night in Princeton, West Virginia. It's snowing, it's windy, and we've got playoff football. Rusty Coburn and Zach Helton along with you here on the Eagle. Ethan Stinson on the board. You're also in tune with Video Productions. Levi Barnhart and Taylor Fells running the video side of things. We welcome you not only in to the First Community Bank broadcast booth, which is comfortable tonight, but also the Citizens Building Supply Countdown to Kickoff pregame show. Build it better at Citizens Building Supply on the Avenue in Bluefield, or not far from Honeycutt Stadium, where we are here tonight in Princeton on Stafford Drive. Check them out online at citizensbuildingsupply.com. It was a season and a half ago, Rusty, we were in this same press box. That night, it wasn't the heat that got us, it was the humidity. Tonight, it's not the cold that's getting us, it's the wind. As the South Harrison Hawks are into town, the 8-9 matchup in AA football coming in after that long layoff as the courts debated. Bluefield coming in 4-5 after the loss against James Monroe in the season finale, and the Hawks of South Harrison coming in 8-2. They've won 3 straight to end the regular season. This one should be a fun matchup. First time these two have met on the football field, Rusty.
Yeah, looking forward to some playoff football tonight. Glad we're past all the nonsense in the courtroom. You know, everything should be decided on the field, not in the courtroom, not through litigation. So for me, I'm happy, you know, got that week out of the way, maybe get a little bit healthier, take it to our advantage. I'm just happy to be playing football. I don't care if it's here, at home, and at our own stadium. I don't care if we're anywhere in the state, as long as we're playing some playoff football, because last year we didn't make the playoffs. At this point, it's time to strap it up. Let's get going.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Here tonight, it's going to be a little breezy. Passing and kicking the football is going to be tough, but we're watching warm-ups as we talk, and Max Simpson is throwing the ball pretty well right now. So I think that will not be out of the mix here tonight as the snow started to stick to the turf here. I think the Hawks of South Harrison can play in about anything. They run the Maryland Eye. They run it really well. And Mr. Hatfield, with a little over 2,100 yards on the ground, you're going to hear his name a lot. Will the Beavers be able to contain him? That's the real question tonight. And will the Beavers offense be able to muster enough points to move on to the next round? It's going to be a little chilly. If you're on the way, maybe add a layer. But it's a little breezy, but otherwise it is playoff football here in West Virginia. Should be a fun night. We've got a full slate of games across the county. Graham hosting Virginia High. We'll keep an eye on that one on the Virginia side of things. Also, Grayson County, a Beaver opponent earlier in the year. They're in the playoffs. They're playing at George Wythe. They actually kicked off a little earlier today. And then our friends from Narrows at Bath County tonight in playoff football. And then West Virginia Riverview's at Petersburg. West Side is at Frankfort tomorrow. That is the other side of this bracket. The winner of this game would face the winner of that game next weekend. If Frankfort were to win, they're the 1 seed they would host. If West Side were to win, then either one of these teams, whoever wins, would host West Side next weekend. James Monroe Independence was supposed to be tonight. When we typed this up, that's what we had. And then it's been moved to Sunday.
Yep.
So a little Sunday action in Coal City. We'll keep an eye on that. Princeton will be right here on this very field tomorrow afternoon, hosting Hampshire, Lewis County, and Shady Springs at Nitro tomorrow as well. And then Woodrow Wilson at Morgantown tonight as well. So just a couple of games we'll keep an eye on. Ethan will keep an eye on, and Dan the Man will have in his scoreboard show after all the carnage here tonight in Princeton. Should be a fun one. The Beavers and the Hawks for the first time ever with playoff implications afoot. The winner will move on to Black Friday. The loser will go home and get ready for basketball. We'll take our first break of the night. We'll catch up with Coach Fred Simon, the Cole Chevy Coaches Corner, coming up after this 3-minute break as you're in tune with Beaver football on the Eagle and Video Productions.
Drive into 2025 with confidence in a vehicle designed to turn heads. Premium comfort, bold design, and 2 years of limited maintenance included. Plus, with our industry-leading warranty, you're covered for the road ahead. During Mitsubishi's year-end sales event, drive home a 2024 SUV with 0.99% APR. Get ready for a new year of adventure at Stevens Mitsubishi.
My name's Keith Sigmund. I'm the general manager here at Buchanan Mine. I find in Bluefield State graduates a characteristic that is uncommon in most today, and that characteristic is their work ethic.
Not afraid to spend as many hours as they need to spend here. They have a great work ethic.
Why we search for Bluefield State graduates is because they don't shy away from the challenge.
Let's grow right here in the Virginias. First Sentinel Bank is a true local bank with branches in the towns we live in and love. Bank with local people that are focused on making this area better for the hardworking families that live and work in our communities. We can grow here with local decisions and customized services that make banking simple and easy. Let us help you grow here with a true local bank. First Sentinel Bank.
At Hometown Shell, we're not just a gas station. Join your neighbors at Hometown Shell for Full Service Fridays, where community meets convenience with complimentary windshield cleaning and pump service. Take advantage of our dedicated diesel island for quick and easy fueling to keep you on the road. Check your windshields. Don't forget, Hometown Shell is your local Virginia State inspection station. Hometown Shell is here to keep our town moving, from the first kickoff to the final whistle, all while making sure your ride's ready. Come experience the hometown difference.
Cole Chevy Coach's Corner down here in the locker room with Coach Fred Simon, and it feels like with Coach Fred Simon, and it feels like
It's football season. Ramey Auto Group is determined to outperform the competition. Our unbeatable lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs will leave you feeling like a champion every time you hit the road. Ramey supports local football in our area, and we have the ride to get you to the big game. Elevate your driving experience with the ultimate game changer, Ramey Automotive, at one of our 5 locations. At Ramey, it's always your deal, your way. Visit one of our dealerships today or shop online at RameyCars.com.
For over 100 years, Ace Hardware has been more than just a store. We've been a trusted friend, member of the community, and a helping hand in your home. From generation to generation, we've been here with the tools and expertise to make your projects a success. We carry the best brands like Milwaukee Power Tools, Yeti, Traeger grills, steel chainsaws, and accessories. As we celebrate our 100th anniversary, we want to thank you for allowing us to be part of your family story. Your local Ace Hardware in Princeton and Bluefield.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Welcome to the Rail Yard, a hidden gem nestled in the heart of our downtown historical Bluefield. Here at the Rail Yard, we're all about serving up fresh, tasty bites and creating a cozy spot to hang out in the neighborhood. Join us every Tuesday for BOGO Burger Night. Buy one, get one half off. Sundays are for families, where little ones get to chow down for free. The Rail Yard, great food, good times, and every day of the week.
Cole Chevy, prices are just better. Right now we are offering $500 below invoice cost on every brand new vehicle.
We're posting all of the factory invoices online and in the windows. That way you know exactly what you're paying for, no secrets, just clear transparency.
And the best part, everybody qualifies.
Route 460 at the State Line Bluefield or shop online at colechevy.com. Cole Chevrolet, just better.
All of the experience that I gained at Bluefield State through the labs and the lectures really prepared me to stay current with the technology that is coming out into the industry.
Join new Cracker Barrel Rewards, and you'll feel like a rock star.
You're always cooking up something.
Sign up and get an appetizer on us. Then, with every purchase, start earning rewards that you can redeem for entrees and shopping. And who doesn't love to rock a birthday treat?
I do love to rock.
Sign up for free today. Cracker Barrel Rewards, the rewards you crave.
The care you deserve.
The Bill Cole Auto Mall is your go-to destination for incredible deals on new and certified pre-owned vehicles.
With every purchase, you get the Bill Cole Advantage absolutely free, which includes a lifetime powertrain warranty, plus get our free premium ceramic coating process with 3-year paint and interior protection.
The no-cost Cole Connect app offers a $10,000 theft recovery guarantee, vehicle health reports, recall notifications, and service reminders.
Visit us today to unlock the Bill Cole Advantage or go to BillColeAutomall.com.
The one thing I noticed while I was attending Bluefield State that really stood out to me was the amount of professors who had real world experience or were still a part of industry while they were teaching.
Welcome back to Honeycutt Stadium on a snowy, beautiful football night here in southern West Virginia. As you're in tune with the Citizens Building Supply countdown to kickoff, we always thank Coach Fred Simon for his time on the Cole Chevy Coach's Corner. Cole Chevy on the state line in Bluefield. You're probably thinking about a four-wheel drive right now. Yeah, Chevys, Tahoes, Terrains, Canyons, all the Chevy and GM favorites at Cole Chevy. State line at Bluefield. Stop in 6 days a week or shop online, colechevy.com. It's the 4 and 5 Beavers, the number 8 seed in 2A football, hosting the number 9 seed, the South Harrison Hawks, at 8 and 2, the number 9 seed here in Princeton. We'll take a look at the keys to the game. Rusty Coburn, I know you're chomping the bit. You've got a whole list of stuff right there you want to dive into. We'll let you have the floor, my man.
All right, we're going to start off with the South Harrison Hawks coming in tonight at 8 and 2. Let's begin with their offense. The Hawks coming into the playoffs averaging 36.6 points per game. The Hawks are a throwback style offense, relying heavily on double tight Maryland I formations. This team knows exactly what they are. They are physical up front and look to gain 4 to 5 yards of play the hard way. They like to run between the tight ends and occasionally will run a play-action pass to catch a sleeping defense off guard. The Hawks are led by sophomore running back Jaden Hatfield, who averaged 212 rushing yards per game while scoring 30 total touchdowns on the season. Listed at 6 foot, 185 pounds, Hatfield leads a group of sophomores who lead the team in passing, rushing, and receiving. The top 5 in total yards for this team are all sophomores. So this team will be a team to keep an eye on for the next 2 years. If the Hawks can get some long drives and drain the clock while getting some points on the board, they should have some success tonight here on this neutral field. Now for their defense. In their 8 wins this season, the Hawks only allowed 17.75 points per game. However, in their 2 losses, they allowed 38 points per game. They like to get into a 4-4 defense and play with 1 high safety. They fill the gaps well and are very aggressive up front with a mixture of zone and man coverage on the back end. For the Hawks to have some success tonight, they're going to have to play solid football with their front 8 and not allow any running lanes while putting pressure on the Beaver quarterback all night. The Hawks are led by sophomore Shepard Paw, who averaged 7.9 tackles per game while notching 5.5 sacks on the year. The X factor for this Hawks defense is going to be the weather. If the weather gives the Beavers offense trouble, look for Mother Nature to be the 12th man for this South Harrison defense. Now for their special teams, the Hawks like to go for 2 on point after touchdown. They will need to convert as many of these as possible because the game is going to come down probably to 1 or 2 points. Now for our home Bluefield Beavers, coming in at 4 and 5 tonight. Now for their offense. For the first time in Beaver history, and probably Western history, a team with a losing record is going to host a home playoff game.
I've heard people kind of complain about that.
Yeah, a little bit. We'll take it any way we can get it. Unfortunately for the Beavers, this game had to be played here at Honeycutt Stadium in Princeton tonight due to Mitchell Stadium already being occupied. The Beavers lost a tough one 2 weeks ago on a Thursday night against James Monroe. The Beavers' offense started off hot until an ankle injury to Willis Wilson hampered the Beavers' offensive flow. Wilson will be out tonight, but look for Ty Patton to be used quite a bit tonight in the backfield. The Beavers' speed should give the Hawks problems by getting the ball in space to the athletic playmakers and let them do their thing tonight. Freshman QB Max Simpson will need to take a little velocity off his pass tonight in the short game. This cold weather could slow down the offense if the Beavers' skills aren't mentally tough enough to push through the mental effects that the cold and wind can play and the impact it can have on a player's production. If the Beavers aren't their own worst enemy tonight, they should have some success moving the ball. Now for their defense, the Beavers are facing the same style offense that they faced in the 2019 state championship game against Bridgeport. Unfortunately for the Beavers that night, they came up short, due in large part to Bridgeport moving the ball slowly up the field, wearing down the defense, and draining that clock. Now this Hawks team does not compare to that Indians team, but also this Beaver team doesn't compare to that 2019 Beaver team. This game is going to come down to a Coach Simon-led defense being put in the right positions to slow down the Hawks' offense and force some punts. If you love some old-school football, this is the game for you. It will come down to who is more mentally tough and who wants it more. It's a win-or-go-home mentality tonight, so strap it up, boys. Now, finally, for the special teams. There can't be any mistakes in any aspect of special teams tonight. This weather will show its ugly head tonight at some point in the game. Let's hope we are on the favorable side tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Coburn. Yeah, you mentioned the Bridgeport Indians. Brent Hathaway, the head coach of the South Harrison Hawks in his 4th season, 25-18 his overall record. Hathaway, a 2-time All-State running back at Bridgeport. He's been an assistant at South Harrison for about 3 seasons, and he was 2-time Frank Loria Award winner. That's Harrison County's best player for the years of 2011 and 2012. So he knows a little bit about running the football. He had over 1,400 yards his senior year, and then over 1,600 yards his junior year, also with 50 tackles, and then you combine the touchdowns, almost 40 touchdowns. So, you can kind of tell Hathaway's style of play feeding into this South Harrison program, and should be an interesting night. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Starting lineups coming up after this as you're in tune with Bluefield Beaver football on the Eagle and Video Productions.
This football season, Ramey Auto Group is determined to outperform the competition. Our unbeatable lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs will leave you feeling like a champion every time you hit the road. Ramey supports local football in our area, and we have the ride to get you to the big game. Elevate your driving experience with the ultimate game changer, Ramey Automotive, at one of our 5 locations. At Ramey, it's always your deal, your way. Visit one of our dealerships today or shop online at RameyCars.com.
Welcome to the Rail Yard, a hidden gem nestled in the heart of our downtown historical Bluefield. Here at the Rail Yard, we're all about serving up fresh, tasty bites and creating a cozy spot to hang out in the neighborhood. Join us every Tuesday for BOGO Burger Night. Buy one, get one half off. Sundays are for families, where little ones get to chow down for free. The Rail Yard, great food, good times, and every day of the week.
Welcome back to Honeycutt Stadium, Princeton, West Virginia. We're inside the First Community Bank broadcast booth. First Community Bank's free digital banking and Express. You can use the First Community Bank mobile app to check how much money you have without even going out in the snow, which is a good thing tonight. Whether you're looking to pay bills, transfer funds, or plan a budget, your online tool is just a click away. FirstCommunityBank.com, member FDIC. And, of course, we're in the playoffs as the South Harrison Hawks make their way onto the field across the way. They've got a nice little following tonight, Rusty. They're braving the weather over there, and I think folks still filing in here for Bluefield. This is probably about a 50-50 crowd at the moment. And if you're at home enjoying this on the radio or on video productions, we thank you. The West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission serves its 286 member schools and their students by providing leadership and support for the conduct of education-based athletics, which enrich the educational experience for all participants. Play, perform, compete together. Now time to take a look at our starting lineups. Starting lineups here in the Bluefield Beaver Football Network, brought to you by Fry Roofing Incorporated. Professional roofing for the Virginias since 1900. A local roofing business built on honesty, integrity, and dedication. With the exclusive GAF Golden Pledge warranty, you know a Fry roof is built to last. Get a quote for your residential or commercial project right now at fryroofing.com. Captain's about to meet as well. We'll get you into that as we roll through the starting lineups. The Beavers. Old habits die hard, Rusty. The Beavers will spread things out, more of a one-back look with Willis Wilson out, Simpson in the gun, and Patton the lone back. You could see Jeff King back there some, maybe Keyshawn Smith as well to mix things up. Out wide, when they spread it out, Tyrese Powell, Keyshawn Smith, Jeff King, and Jamarius Smith will be used out on the edges as well. Up front for the Beavers, Casey London, your center. Grady Woods, your guard. Justin King, your guard. Out on the edges, Ethan Thompson, who's had a tremendous freshman year at one tackle. And Jaden Francisco, who's had a tremendous career as a Bluefield Beaver at the other tackle. When the Beavers are on offense, the Hawks run a 4-4, as Rusty alluded to a little earlier. Leighton Wagman, Braden Rush, Joel Frankhauser, Zane Harlow up front. Xavier Tustin, Corey Saltis, Shepard Powell, and Jaden Hatfield, the linebackers. Colin Segun, I think that's how it's pronounced. We'll work on it. Maxwell at the other corner, and Landon Ross at the safety. As we mentioned, the Hawks run a Maryland eye with Chris Pedras at quarterback, Xavier Tustin, Zane Harlow, and Jaden Hatfield, the running backs, Shepard Paul, Colin Segun, the tight ends. They also spread out wide, too, when they go in the gun. Wyatt Coots up front is center. Braden Rush, Joel Frankhauser, the guards, Leighton Wagman, and Lucas Given, the tackles. And when they kick and punt, Noah O'Neill will do the honors for the Hawks. The Beavers will run like a 5 front tonight. Justin King, Ethan Thompson, Jameer Harris, Jaden Francisco, Grady Woods up front. Ty Patton, Landon Crane, your linebackers. Chadney Standback will step in as the Rover Chief off the edge in Wilson's spot tonight. Jamarius Smith, Tyler Simon, the corners. Jeff King at safety with Tyrese Powell back there in the defensive backfield as well. Coin toss going on as we speak. It is Woods, Powell, or Patton, and Crane for the Beavers, and it looks like we have a verdict. It's like Bluefield has won the toss, and they will receive the football. The 4 captains for South Harrison looks like 66-56. Given, Frankhauser, and Braden Rush, and I believe that was, Wagman, wearing 52. The Beavers in all red tonight from head to toe as they're making their way out onto the field. This one should be a fun one, Mr. Coburn. I know you played in a few snow games. There's nothing like it.
No, there's nothing like it at all. This is, back in the day, this is what you grew up hoping to play in. You look forward to a little nip in the air, a little snow on the ground, line it up, strap it up. Let's see who's the better team.
We've got some production issues going on right now. I probably messed that up, Levi. There we go. So Bluefield will have the football first. The offense has been part of the issue all year, Rusty, just kind of trying to find their way, kind of find their identity. Max Simpson has got a cannon for an arm, but they're still trying to figure out how to use him, right? Willis Wilson had been in that role where he could find his way out on the edge with the ball in his hand somehow, whether you throw it to him or run it to him. Now he's out. Ty Patton has ran the ball really well this year from his fullback position, so I expect him to carry the load in this weather tonight. But kind of like we said a few minutes ago, Rusty, we saw Max throwing the football in pregame. It didn't really seem like it was going to factor him at all.
No, he threw the ball pretty well from what we got to see. At this point, unfortunately Wilson's going to be out. He's can be our go-to guy to take it to the house. But, this type of weather, this type of games, this is where you want a senior to step up. So Ty Patton is going to have the opportunity to step up and carry this team on his back tonight. Hopefully carry him into the next round.
A couple of other great playmakers ready to go as well as Keyshawn Smith, Jamarius Smith, and Jeff King wait back deep with Noah O'Neill teeing this up at the 40-yard line on the near hash. We'll try to keep up with the yard lines as the snow starts to come down. South Harrison in the road white jerseys, black number, orange trim, black pants, black helmets with the Hawk logo in orange and metallic. Ball in the air. We're underway. A wobbly kick will hit at the 20 and actually goes out of bounds there, and the Beavers will have pretty good field position to begin the night, 1st and 10 up around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a kick out of bounds by design. Maybe they don't want to get it to some of our skilled athletes and see what they are capable of doing. They'd rather just take the penalties, mark it off, line them up, and let's see what they can do.
So 1st and 10, Bluefield. From the 35. Everyone a little frozen early. It's a little slow movement, but good to be playing football after just a couple of weeks of uncertainty. 1st and 10, Bluefield from their own 35, driving from right to left on your radio dial. They've got the wind at their back here in the first half, driving towards the scoreboard here at Honeycutt. Everything tight. Simpson under center. He'll turn. Patton gets the handoff straight up the gut, fighting up across the 40. That was a big gob of red and white, and it's going to be close to an 8-yard pickup. 2nd and short.
Beavers come out in the ace tight formation, just ran a dive to the Patton up the middle. He was able to get his momentum going. Got a little push from up front with his offensive line. Was able to get about 8 yards, set up 2nd and 2.
Just underway here in Princeton. Snow coming down, wind whipping, and the Beavers have the football first. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 43-yard line. A little spread formation this time as they spread it out. But, again, Patton gets the handoff, and he's going to be very close to the first down marker. He picked up 1.5 yards, almost 2, and I think it's going to be 3rd and inches.
Yeah, it looks like they marked him a little short of the first down. Beavers come back out in the ace formation. This time they went out with an ace wide, ran fullback dive again. We're going to see a lot of that tonight, especially these weather conditions. You're going to see Ty Batten just, get 3 or 4 yards a carry. 3
out wide to the far side. King under the numbers to the near side. Max will keep it on 3rd and short, and he picks up the first down. He picks up actually the near side official favorable spot, gives him 2 yards. It will be first down regardless. Up the middle for the Hawks, Braden Rush, 6 foot 280. He looks a lot bigger than that from up here in the press box. He is definitely the anchor to that defensive line. And then you talked about Paul leading in tackles with almost 100 and 5.5 sacks on the year from your middle linebacker. Usually those guys come off the edge, but from middle linebacker spot, 5.5 sacks, that's a big number. 1st and 10 from the 46 of Bluefield, 3 out wide to the far side. Now King comes in motion. High snap brought down, but a flag will negate the play as there was some movement on Bluefield, I believe. So first penalty tonight will go against the Beavers. So 1st and 10, now 1st and 15 at the 41. 10:24, first quarter here in Princeton. Three out wide to the far side. They'll kind of branch Patton out a bit as well. Now King comes in motion. He gets the handoff on the sweep. Tried to hurdle a guy, but Saltis got blocked, and he was still on the ground and made the tackle. Very, very good play by Saltis, the senior linebacker. And it's 2nd and long. Loss of 2. 2nd and 17 at the 39.
The South Harrison Hawk defender just flew upfield because he saw the motion. I think he knew what was coming his way because there was 2 receivers on the line to the trip side, so he knew there's got to be a run because if it was a pass, it was just going to be 2 receivers out in routes.
3 out wide to the near side. That's the left. Spot pass. Near side to Powell. It's low. It's caught, but no, they say incomplete. Tyrese Powell had to go low to get it, and did he catch it? I believe he did. He's going to lose yards as he had to go low, and they're saying his knee touched the ground. So that's a tough break there. As the wide receiver screen was set up pretty nicely, the blockers were there. But Powell had to go down low to get it and probably should have just knocked it down.
Yeah, that's one of those things you almost want to get into a baseball stance and just try and catch it with your hands and not try and take your knee down and touch the ground.
Ball on the left hash, 3 to the near side. Simpson steps up, fires across the middle, In and out of the hands of King, incomplete on the slant. On coverage was Seguin. And it's 4th down and punt time for the Beavers.
Beavers just ran a slant right there to number 7, King. The ball hit him right in the numbers. One of the things I talked about in the key games is, Max is going to have to take a little bit off these passes because of this type of weather. It makes it a little bit harder for your receivers to try and catch it, especially if they're well defended.
Eli Reif awaits the snap. Takes it. No rush. Wobbly kick. We hauled in at the 30. Fair catch called for and made by number 11, Madden Maxwell. They'll spot it at the 29-yard line, so there'll be a 34-yard punt, no return. 1st and 10, South Harrison. No score with under 9 to go, first quarter. West Virginia National Guard says get help with your college tuition from the West Virginia Army National Guard. For more information, go to nationalguard.com. So the Beavers got a little bit of momentum offensively, but that false start penalty definitely put them behind the 8 ball, and they couldn't answer. Now here comes the Maryland Eye, the Hawks. Pedraza, the quarterback, turns. Hatfield gets the handoff, 3rd man through. He is dragging a couple of Beavers across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Be a pickup of 3, maybe 4, and it's going to be make it 3, 2nd and 7 from around the 32. Snow falling, breeze blowing, 8:35, clock rolling, first quarter, scoreless in Princeton.
Nice play by King right there, number 7, who's playing free safety. He read that it was a run and was able to fly up, get into a gap, and get his shoulder pads on the ball carrier for the Hawks.
Double tight, Maryland Eye, turn. Hatfield again, bounces outside 35, spun down near the 40. That's going to be enough for a first down. Jaden Hatfield, the sophomore, 6 foot, 185, 2,126 yards rushing on the year. Coming into tonight, he was around 60 yards from the school record, 29 touchdowns on the ground, 212 yards per game, 9.3 per carry. He is a stud. The Beavers got their hands full tonight. 1st and 10 after a pickup of 7.5. That first fullback's very close to the line, and the Beavers load the box. Hatfield off the left side gets free, midfield. One man can get him. That's Keyshawn. Keyshawn will push him to the end zone. Touchdown. Hawks. 60-yarder. He runs tough, Rusty, and right there he showed some speed. It's Keyshawn Smith, not a slow young man, and he beat him to the point.
Yeah, he had some great blocking from his guys up front. Was able to get to the second level, was able to get past the Beaver defenders, was able to get into their secondary, and there was no one there. The Hawks, like I said in the pregame, they will go for 2 on every one. They just broke huddle with 12. Let's see if they will.
One heads off far side.
And looks like they're going to go on the kick.
Yeah. Noah O'Neill, the senior kicker. Soccer style, it's blocked. It's loose. And in high school, you can't return it. But that's a big block. Jeff King got it. And that could play into this one. Block PAT. But a quick score on the first possession of the night for the Harrison Hawks, South Harrison Hawks, 7.5 minutes ago. First quarter, it's 6-0 kickoff after this 30-second break here on the Eagle and Video Productions. Go here in the first quarter, and the South Harrison Hawks strike first as Jaden Hatfield, as good as advertised early, a 60 60-yard touchdown run. PAT was blocked. 3-play, 72-yard drive. Took a minute 15 off the clock, and the Hawks lead 6-0. Year 2 with the First Sentinel Bank first half here on your home for Bluefield Beaver football. There's a whistle. I think a Hawk was across the line before the kick. No feed consumer checking at First Sentinel. Best business accounts in town. Local people serving local people since 1978. FirstSentinelBank.com, member FDIC. So that'll be 5 free yards here. See if the Beavers can make some hay of it as they have moved the ball from the near hash to the far hash on the kickoff. King, Keyshawn, Jamarius back deep for the Beavers, hanging around the 15, 10-yard lines. A wind blowing across the field from the far sideline to the near sideline. That's definitely going to wreak havoc on this kick and many others. O'Neill's run up. Line drive, wobbly kick, hits at about the 23, and it's scooped up off the turf by Jeff King. Goes far sideline. He's cut down just short of the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Bluefield from there. So the Hawks with a little momentum early, Rusty. Bluefield's offense has got to make some hay right here, you got to think.
Yeah, I figured the Hawks would try and come out and just go with some, long drives that milk the clock. And for them to score on just a couple plays, this is going to put the Beavers where they need to pick up their pace on the offense and try and score early.
7:24 first quarter here in Princeton. 6-0 South Harrison Hawks. On a beautiful night for football in southern West Virginia. Twins to each side, high snap brought down, give to the back. That is Ty Patton. Patton spins his way across the 30 as he's brought down there by Charles Langford. 2nd and short from about the 32 after the 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, Beavers just got in gun right there with the ace formation. Just ran a little off, or in between the guard and tackle. He was able to cut up off a block. Was able to get forward, get going north for an 8-yard gain.
If you could stay ahead of schedule and avoid the penalties, you've got a real good shot at this one. Another shotgun snap. Simpson steps up. Max near side's got him in. Keyshawn makes the grab at the 43, and then he is spun down. Good open field tackle there by Maxwell. Hatfield came in to finish him off. The forward progress puts him at the 42. That'll be a first down. It's about a 10-yard pickup on the out, deep out.
Yeah, the freshman QB, Max Simpson's throwing a pretty nice ball considering the weather conditions. You can tell from the snow that it's blowing from our right to the left, but it does not have any effect on the passes he's thrown yet.
Twins to the right, twins to the left. Ball on the left hash. Bluefield attacking from right to left. 1st and 10 from the 42, 6:20. Clock rolling first quarter, 6-0 Hawks. Simpson steps up, fires near side again, this time to King. King had it, but dropped it. It's incomplete. Right on coverage was Maxwell again. And I think as Maxwell was coming in to wrap up King, he may have stripped it and didn't have enough time for the possession, so incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 from there.
Yeah, that was close right there. King just ran a quick hitch. Max up with him on his outside shoulder. He turned to try and get upfield and make a play, and as he was turning to get upfield, South Harrison defender was able to knock the ball out. Luckily, referee didn't think that the receiver had it for a long enough time.
6:13, clock stops with the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 42. The great thing about this weather is when you're on offense, you know where you're going. The defense has to adjust. Another high snap, counter play, near side. Patton gets the edge. 45, dragging tacklers to midfield. It's be 3rd and manageable from there. Ty Patton has drank some chocolate milk tonight before this one. Greatness is built with chocolate milk, the official beverage of the WVSSAC, the American Dairy Association. Mid-East reminds you low-fat chocolate milk has the right mix of fuels, carbs, and protein to rehydrate and refuel muscles. Visit drink-milk.com. 3rd and short from the 50-yard line. 5:40, clock rolling. The Beavers trail by 6. Twins to each side. Simpson will go under center. Sends Keyshawn in motion. Bobbles the snap, but gives it to Ty. Ty taking some Hawks with him inside Hawk territory down near the 46. First down, Bluefield.
Max did a nice job. Looked like he didn't get the snap very well. He was able to recover, get the ball into his fullback's belly, was able to get forward, gain enough yards for a first down on the Hawk side of the field.
5:18 clock rolling. Offense kind of comes to the near side for a moment to regroup, sending twins out to each side. Ball still on the left hash. Simpson now flares Patton out to a wing position. Backfield empty. Man coverage by the Hawks. Simpson looks right, now takes off left. 45. Not fooled was Hatfield. Nice open field tackle by him. A short pickup. It's going to be second and about 8 from the 43-yard line.
It was a good decision by Simpson right there. The Hawks rolled their coverage right before the snap, went from 2 high safety, rolled over to 1 high safety. That other safety that come flying to the side saw what they were running there, saw that they were running a bubble. He come flying up. Max decided to keep it, was able to get forward, get some positive yards.
That's a senior-type play from a freshman. 3 out wide to the far side. Ball still on the left hash, second and long. 4.5 to go, first quarter. Simpson has Patton to his left. Steps up. Back to pass with plenty of time. Fires deep. Looking for King inside the 10. He overshot him. Incomplete. King wanted a penalty, but I don't know where he was going to get it from. But that was a great throw by Simpson. He overshot King, but the wind just took it.
Yeah, throwing with the wind behind the ball, it just carried it more than he really needed to. King's still down there looking for the ball behind the scoreboard. Hopefully the officials see that and give him enough time to get back and set up.
I probably should have sent someone else down there.
Yeah, at that point, just leave the ball alone, get back in the huddle.
There's more than one football. Third and a long 7 from the 43. The Beavers need the 36-yard line to move the sticks. Clock stops with the incompletion. 4:16. On a breezy night, the play clock is down to 5. Bluefield's got to hurry. 3 to the far side, and now they've got to burn a timeout, and that's a tough break there. That's a tough break there for Bluefield. Timeout on the field. We'll keep it here. 6-0 South Harrison. Here in the first quarter. Rusty Coburn, Zach Hunt along with you here in the First Community Bank broadcast booth, wherever you are, however you are. Hopefully you're warm and toasty. If there's not a Parmar store near you, there will be soon. Parmar stores have 200 locations throughout the region to serve you. Parmar Stores, the official store of high school sports in West Virginia. The winner of this game awaits the winner of tomorrow afternoon's matchup at Frankfort. The Westside Renegades make the trip up to Frankfort. The 1-16 matchup. Westside trying to pull the upset. The winner of this one would play the winner of that one. If Westside would win, the winner of this game would host. If Frankfort would win, the winner of this game would travel to Frankfort next weekend. Out of the timeout, first of the night by Bluefield, it is 3rd and 7. And in the backfield was Simpson. 3 to the far side. King, the lone receiver, under the numbers on the near side. High snap, counter play. Patton gets the give. Head full of steam, first down and more. Gets a block. 30, 25, 15, 10, 5. Just shy. What a run, Ty Patton. What a call. First and goal, Bluefield.
Beavers like what they saw. The Hawks come out with 5 men in the box. I think they were looking for more a pass to happen, so they dropped another defender into secondary, expecting the pass. Beavers saw that they were in a 5-man front. 4 D lineman and middle linebacker was able to run the ball. We had the numbers. He was able to get past the second line and was almost to get in the end zone, setting up a first and short inside. What about the 2?
Yeah, about the 2. 41-yard run, Ty Patton. Shotgun snap. High, brought down. Ty Patton, touchdown, Bluefield. Ty Patton knots us up at 6. With a PAT coming up, 4:04 left here in the first.
Yeah, great decision right there. Just give it back to the guy that got you down to that side of the field, got almost in the end zone. Give it back to him, reward him for that tough run. Usually if we're at home, we'll be ringing the bell. Unfortunately, we're here at Honeycutt tonight, so aren't able to ring the bell for a touchdown.
Eli Rife has the kick lined up. The wind at his back, and the whistle stops everything. And there's a Can't tell if there's a flag down or there's just snow on the ground. I believe a penalty was called. Offside on the Hawks. And I believe Bluefield's about to go for two from this one.
Yeah, I would with this weather, and especially that kick that he got off just now did not look good. Don't know if he was just trying to hold off when they blew the whistle, or that's really where he was aiming. Let's hope it was.
I thought they were going to go for two, but the kicking team stayed on. They got 15 seconds to figure it out. And now they're
too late now.
Too late now. Snap is clean. Reif's kick is up. It is through. 4:04, first quarter. We've got a good one on our hands here in Princeton. Bluefield 7, South Harrison 6. We'll be back in a minute. Kickoff after this on your home for Bluefield Beaver football, the Eagle and Video Productions. More left, first quarter, 7-6 our score. The Beavers strike second, but take the lead after the Patton long run, 41-yard run, getting them inside the 5 and then punching in from 2 yards out. 9 plays, 86-yard drive, took 3:25 off the clock, and that blocked PAT after the South Harrison touchdown looming large early. Line drive kick right at Paul. He brings it out from about the 12. Goes far sideline, gets the edge, 35, 40, 45, and he's drug out of bounds near midfield. He's in plus territory. What a great return by Shepherd Paul. And South Harrison on the plus side of the field, Rusty.
Well, we got a moment. Usually when we have home games, we have a bell on our sideline. When we score, we'll ring the bell in honor and memory of little Tony Webster, who was a member of the Beaver football team who tragically passed away a couple years ago while working out in the off season. Even though the bell's not here and may not be rung, you're still in our mind, in our hearts, little Tony. We love you, buddy.
First and 10, South Harrison from the 47 of Bluefield. This 40-yard return by Paul. Double tight, Maryland eye. Hatfield dots it. Turn it again, try the near side. On the right, Hatfield gets stuck after a short pickup. He got spun around, and then someone came up and laid a lick, but a 2-yard pickup. It's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 45.
Yeah, Beavers able to fill the gaps right there. He didn't really have a whole lot of running room, no really running in the lanes. Linebackers able to scrape, get across, able to get a couple guys on him, slow him down. They're going to have to do that all night if they want to keep this Hawks offense from getting in the end zone.
3:25, clock rolling, first quarter. 7-6 Bluefield on top. Maryland eye lined up. Pedraza turns. Hatfield gets the handoff. Off the right side, dives forward near the 41-yard line. 4-yard pickup. It's going to be 3rd and a short 5 from there.
Looks like the Beavers have changed up their defensive front. They started off with a nose guard over top of the center. Looks like they've gone away from that. Went to more of an even front, allow their linebackers to scrape. I think they're going to try and force the Hawks. If you're going to run up the middle, we have the guys to try and stop you.
Yeah, you had Jaden up front in the middle. Now you've got him out on the edge. 3rd and a short 5 from the 41 with 2:40 clock rolling, first quarter. Second man through gets the handoff. That's Harlow, Zane Harlow. Not a bad back in his own right with 600 yards on the year and 7 touchdowns. That time he only picks up 2. It's going to be 4th and a long 3. And it looks like the Hawks are going to go roll the dice here on 4th down.
Yeah, I think it's a smart decision for the Hawks right here. in the Beaver territory. They've been gaining positive yards, getting about 3 to 4 a carry. Wouldn't be shocked to see them maybe try and bounce one outside or just try and run up the middle.
8 on the play clock as they hustle to the line, and now South Harrison's going to burn their first timeout of the evening. 1:51 first quarter. South Harrison 7, Bluefield 6. Here late in the first. Toyota and your local West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be an official sponsor of the WVSSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. Get you one of those late 90s Tacomas. Put some center blocks in the truck bed and go out and have some fun doing some donuts tonight. You'll do some donuts after this?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. I know there's probably a Mercer County Sheriff listening right now waiting on us to leave the stadium.
I think we got enough pull. We can get away with it. Blast a little Panama by Van Halen.
We'll have the Eagle on in the background while we get a little crazy. 4th and short. The Hawks were lined up to go for it. And it looks like that will stay the case, as they'll huddle up after taking the timeout on the far sideline. They need the 37 to keep this drive alive. Double tight, Maryland I. Pedraza under center. Linebackers creeping. Turn. Hatfield stopped
him.
Hatfield is stopped. Ty Patton gets the stop. 1st and 10, Bluefield.
Yeah, nice defensive stop right there. I think the defensive change was something that Coach Daniel Wells was talking to me about before the game. It's something he'd like to see him get into, is, getting away from having one over the nose guard and, put somebody on each of the linemen. And it looks like that change has worked, was able to get the Hawks offense off the field.
Really good job by Bluefield's defense. The Hawks were set up really, really nicely after the Paul return, but couldn't make any hay of it. 1st and 10 now, Bluefield from their own 40. With under 2 to go here in the first. Simpson, spot pass, far side. Powell makes the grab at the 39. Huddles the guy at the 42, and he's diving up near midfield. He's going to be very close to a first down. Very athletic play there by Tyrese Powell. He was coming in tonight with just under 300 yards receiving, and he has turned into a great option for Simpson, Rusty.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to give credit right there to Ty Patton. Him selling that it was a run, was able to freeze the defender and the DBs long enough for the QB to get out quickly to his receiver, who's able to turn, get up for a first down.
Even 10, 1st and 10, midfield for the Beavers. High snap, brought down, given to Patton. Patton runs over defender. That was Hatfield who took the brunt of that one, but he held on tight. And the rest of the Hawks came in to wall him down after about a 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7 from the 47. 1:05 first quarter, 7-6 Bluefield here in Princeton.
It was a good hard run by Patton, but I think he could have got a few more yards if he'd have ran his block, read what his blocker was doing, who was trying to kick out. If he'd have cut up off that block, I think he could possibly got a few more yards than what he gained.
2nd and 7. Bluefield back across midfield. Final 45 seconds of the first. Probably 1 or 2 more plays. Simpson wanting something quick as the play clock's down at 6. Pistol look, 3 wide to the far side. King in motion. They get the snap off. A give, straight dive. Patton, and he dives forward for very close to 7 yards.
Yeah, that was a play that was off of the one earlier in the play where they ran that jet motion. Even though they had 2 receivers on the line to the trip side, they faked that jet motion that time, was able to hand it to Ty Patton, who was able to get forward. Almost had the first down. Looks like it's about 3rd and inches.
Yeah, Bluefield doesn't have to run another play if they don't want to, and I don't think they will, as the final 5 seconds run off the first quarter clock here in Princeton. It is exactly what we expected through the first 12 minutes. A dandy in a blizzard. 7-6, Bluefield on top at the end of the first. You're in tune with Bluefield Beaver football on the Eagle and Video Productions.
Keith Sigmund. I'm the general manager here at Buchanan Mine. I find in Bluefield State graduates a characteristic that is uncommon in most today, and that characteristic is their work ethic.
Not afraid to spend as many hours as they need to spend here. They have a great work ethic.
Why we search for Bluefield State graduates is because they don't shy away from the challenge.
Here at Cole Chevy, prices are just better. Right now, we are offering $500 below invoice cost on every brand new vehicle.
We're posting all of the factory invoices online and in the windows. That way you know exactly what you're paying for, no secrets, just clear transparency.
And the best part, everybody qualifies.
Route 460 at the State Line Bluefield, or shop online at colechevy.com. Cole Chevrolet, just better.
1 quarter in the books. It's Bluefield 7, South Harrison 6. Rusty Coburn, Zach Helton, Ethan Stinson here on the Eagle. Glad to be a part of your Friday evening. It's 3rd and short out of the quarter timeout, and Simpson on the quarterback keeper dives forward up near the 36-yard line. It's going to be plenty enough for a first down, and the drive will continue.
Yeah, it looked like a Philadelphia Eagles play where they like to do the tush-push with Jalen Hurts. Looked like Max got the momentum going and got a little help from Ty Patton, and their offensive line just got a little bit of a scrum and gained a few more yards.
15 seconds into the second quarter. 1st and 10, Bluefield up by 1 and driving here. Simpson will work out of the shotgun with a receiver in a slot to each side of the field. A give, straight up the gut. Ty Patton, head full of steam, dives near the 30. About a 5-yard pickup. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, the Beavers are doing a great job with kicking out this end. I don't think they see that coming, and the guards coming and pulling and kicking out, doing a nice job. Something we need to keep an eye on is Jeffrey King has been giving this DB a lot of work, and they've been getting into it after the game. The refs have let him play a little bit, but it'll be something to keep an eye on if Jeff can get him to do something stupid.
Trips to the near side of the field. King to the far under the numbers. Ball middle of the field with Simpson in the gun. Patton flips from the left of right of Max. Defensive front shifts as well. Simpson steps up with plenty of time. Throws deep. King's got a man, and there's flags. Yeah. King had a step on his man, and Maxwell was on coverage. And honestly, I don't think Maxwell meant anything by it. I think they just got tangled up. But that is obviously pass interference, and that's going to give Bluefield a first down.
Yeah, we'll take it any way we can get it, especially in the playoffs. This should be what it should be marked off. Where is he at? About 16?
Yeah, it looks like it's at the 16. The Field Turf here at Princeton getting some snow. Field Turf is a trusted choice for athletic fields in West Virginia. Field Turf is a proud sponsor of the WVSSAC. They gave me a lot of live reads tonight, Rusty.
You're doing great, buddy.
3 out wide to the near. Simpson, spot pass to King in the flats. It's caught at the 8. He turns, sheds a tackler, and he's diving for the end zone.
Touchdown.
He's in. Touchdown, Bluefield. Simpson to Jeff King, 16-yard pitch and catch. And the Beavers lead by 7 with a PAT coming up.
Yeah, Jeffrey King has really come to his own as the season's progressed. Once he's gotten healthy, kind of got the injury bug behind him, he really is a playmaker when he gets the ball in his hands. Once he gets his shoulders turned north and south and got a defender on their heels, he'll give him one cut, and then he'll be right by him.
King's 5th receiving touchdown of the season. Simpson's 8th touchdown pass of the years. First tonight. Rife puts this one through. And the Beavers, with 10:28 here in the second quarter, lead the South Harrison Hawks 14-8, or 14-6, excuse me. Kickoff coming up right after this, as you're in tune with Bluefield Beaver football on the Eagle and Video Productions. 7 plays, 60-yard drive, 3:15 off the clock. Ended the first, started the second, did the Beavers offensively. And they've extended their lead to 8, 14-6. After the King grab inside the 10-yard line, and he muscled his way through 2 defenders to the goal line to put the Beavers up by 8. Francisco with a run up, and now we're going to have a whistle. We have another false start on.
Yep.
If you had 2 offsides on kickoffs on your bingo card tonight, you're the big winner. I don't think we've seen one until tonight this season. Now we've had 2 in back-to-back kickoffs.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially the way they've changed the kickoff rules. You don't really get a running start. Just look in, wait till he kicks it, and then take off.
20 years ago when we were in our prime, Rusty, I'd like to be the headhunter back about 10 yards, and that's what it took for me to get a real good run and go, because I wasn't the swiftest, but once I got some momentum, that was hard to get down. For the best news coverage of high school sports in West Virginia all year, follow Joe and Greg, WVMetroNews.com. Francisco tees it up, end over end kick will hit inside the 30, and it will kind of die there, and that was a very tough spot.
Oh, come on.
Now they're going to add to it. King levels a guy at the end of the play, and that's going to be a late hit. Xavier Tustin came in, and it was kind of tough. Depending on the spin of the ball, you couldn't really tell if it was going to go out or if it was going to check up right there. So he kind of had to dive on it just in case to make sure to keep the possession as Bluefield was barreling down. And then King hits somebody who
looked like King got pushed in the back and got pushed into him.
It's a tough break for the Beavers, and won't be the best field position tonight for the Hawks, but they'll get a little help here. So move the football up after they mark it off. It'll probably be around the 40-yard line. 10:28, first half here in Princeton. It's 14-6. Bluefield is down 6-0 after Jaden Hatfield did exactly what we thought Jaden Hatfield would do tonight. He broke free early, and he gets a big run to give the Hawks an early lead, but 2 scores unanswered for yet. Have Bluefield on top. So 1st and 10 now from the 40. Now actually send one back out to a wing, and it'll be just a regular eye. Hatfield dots it, and he'll get the handoff regardless. He's up near the 42 on a 2-yard pickup. This will be 2nd and 8 from there. You'll see a couple little mixes of the formations with them. They like to go shotgun sometimes. Pedraza can throw the ball. He's got close to 600 yards through the air on the year. But Hatfield is definitely the toter of the tater, as the kids say.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because they will throw the ball from out of this Maryland aisle. They'll run a little play action, try and catch a free safety, biting up, and hit a tight end that's streaking down the field.
9:50, clock rolling, first half. Maryland eye back intact, double tight turn. Hatfield bounces outside. He's looking for the edge. Keyshawn, great angle there by Keyshawn Smith, cuts him down at the 45. That's some great recovery speed by Smith and the Beavers, as Hatfield was looking for the corner, and Keyshawn cut that one down. A pickup of 3. It's going to be 3rd and a short 5 from there.
Yeah, I'd say most of the season he was the running back for the Hawks, was able to get some yards on that, but I don't think they've seen the speed that the Beavers have, and with the defenders able to, track them down and get the angles and keep them from getting the edge.
3rd and short 5, just inside the 46-yard line. 9:10 clock rolling. 2nd quarter. Maryland eye, Pedraza assessing the situation. Now goes set under center. Turns, 3rd man. Hatfield, first down as he gets across midfield to the Beaver 49. I think that's one thing Hatfield's maybe realized there after Keyshawn cut him down on the previous plays, that maybe a little bit better off squaring his shoulder pads and heading north-south instead of trying to get the edge.
Yeah, it looks like the Hawks' offensive line was able to double team 52 for the Beavers and force him backwards, which allowed Hatfield to get some running room and was able to get the first down.
First and 10 for the Beaver 49, 8:35, second quarter. Maryland High behind Pedraza. Hatfield again off the right side. He got hit at the line of scrimmage and then falls forward for about a 3-yard pickup. Second and 7. Yeah, kind of piggybacking on what you said about the offensive line. They're not really huge, but they are very active.
Yeah, they are. They're very aggressive. To run this style offense, they're not as thick as you would usually see with a Maryland Eye type of offense, but they do have, if you notice, with their space in between their linemen, they got a little bit of space to give them an advantage. But they do have a guy on their offensive line that's listed at 6'8", 240. He's been pretty interesting to watch tonight.
Under 8, first half, second and 7 from the 47. Draws a long snap count. He was trying to bait the Beavers into the neutral zone, but he got his tight end off kilter, and it will be second and long. Yeah, the long snap count. We thought we'd seen the Beavers kind of get a little perturbed by that a few times throughout the year, but this time the tight end on the far side was too anxious. And they'll back it up to the 48-yard line. It will be second and 13 from there. Clock rolling, snow falling, wind blowing. It's 14-6 Bluefield here in the first half at Princeton. You'll see one of the backs out to a wing to the left. I formation, a turn counter play. They give it to the wing. That is Tustin. Tustin picks up a couple of tough yards before being thrown back, but his forward progress gets him to near midfield. It's going to be third and about 11 from there. Actually, they give him a yard. So third and 12 from the 49 of South Harrison.
Yeah, it was a nice defensive play by the D end on the backside, number 54 for the Beavers. Grady Woods, he was able to squeeze down when he saw the QB turn out to go the way. He saw the ball coming back to his side. He was able to squeeze down and get his shoulder pads on the running back.
Third and long. One of the rare times the Hawks have been behind the sticks tonight. High formation. Counter play. A reverse pass thrown downfield. Man was open, and a penalty will be called. They reverse it, and Paul was the guy who threw it. The intended receiver down there was number 3, Segan. And then Segan went up for it, and the DB came back late and ran into him.
It's not a first down, is it? First, yep.
Yep, 15-yard first down. Yep. That's a big penalty right there. As Bluefield had South Harrison behind the sticks, and it took a trick play, which was shaping up really nicely. Paul's pass was a little short.
Yeah, the defender for the Beavers just needed to turn, run, and when he got close enough, just turn around to see where the ball is. You don't want to run right into the receiver. When you see the receiver stop, you know that means that ball is either coming right at him or it's going to be a little short. So when you get your depth, you got to turn and find out where that ball is without touching the offensive player.
New life for the Hawks. First and 10 at the 34 of Bluefield with 6.5 to go in the first half. South Harrison trailing by 8. Maryland High, counter play, fullback, straight up the gut. A pickup of a couple. That was number 5, Zane Harlow. That was not Hatfield, that was Harlow on the fullback. Counter play. Second and long, 6 right around the 30-yard line, 6-minute mark.
Looked like the left guard for the Hawks was leaning for the ball, and he was pulling on that. Something maybe a key for the Beavers to see. Maybe their linemen give a key away with the way they're leaning if they are pulling.
Maryland High double tight. Hatfield this time. Patient on the right side. He's going to get down inside the 30, close to the 25, and this will be very close to a first down. You know, both of us watched film on this team, and we were very impressed just what we watched on film, Rusty, and then had seen him in person. He's ran very well in between the tackles, running hard, and right there showing some shiftiness. And it's 3rd and short.
Yeah, especially having this turf, it allows him to have the ground to make those cuts with his feet. He's getting some 5-6 yards, and it makes a nice cut to gain another 3 or 4 yards.
5-minute mark. Second quarter, 3rd and short from just outside the 25. Box is loaded, full of everybody. Fullback gets the handoff, and I believe that's Harlow again. Harlow's going to have enough for a first down on a 3-yard pickup. So Harlow down inside the 25 to about the 22, a 4-yard pickup. 1st and 10, South Harrison from there. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining in the half. That's something we may keep an eye on here pretty soon, as both teams evaporating this clock pretty easily tonight, and I think those in attendance are not minding that a bit. 1st and 10 from the 22. South Harrison driving towards the scoreboard here at Honeycutt from right to left in the second quarter. Hatfield off the right guard, walled up and thrown back after a short pickup. Patton and Crane and
like Jeffrey King come flying up from the free safety position right there.
So he's 2nd and 8 from the 20-yard line. Hawks inside the Shell Advisory red zone. Randy Albert and his team of unconventional oil and gas exports ready to help you out with anything you need. Connect online with Shell Advisory at shelladvisorygroup.com. 3:48, clock ticking away. Maryland I out of the huddle, 10 on the play clock. Pedraza, long count, now turns, gives to his 3rd man through. Hatfield inside the 18 to the 17 on the 3-yard pickup. It's going to be 3rd and a long 5 from there. 3:25. I think South Harrison's going to try to bleed this down and keep it out of Bluefield's hands.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if they can't score any points, they want to pin the Beavers deep and give them as little on the game clock as possible.
South Harrison will receive the second half kickoff as well. Something to keep an eye on. They can maybe do the 2-for-1 in the half and start the half with a score. They need a first down here. It's 3rd and long. Hatfield gets outside and across the 15. He's going to be about a yard, maybe 2 yards short, and it's going to be 4th down from there. They mark him down at the 14. So 4th and 2 from the 14. And a timeout. Bluefield will use their 2nd of the half. Pepsi timeout. Grab a Pepsi. Maybe mix it with something to warm you up. Pepsi, the Bluefield Beavers, a delicious partnership. 2:36, second quarter here in Princeton. The Beavers 14, the Hawks of South Harrison 6. It's 4th down after this here in your home for Beaver football, the Eagle and Video Productions. In Princeton, it's 14-6. Bluefield leading by 8, but the Hawks are driving. It's 4th and 2 from the 14. Chick-fil-A, and it's 18 West Virginia owner-operators. Salute the more than 86,000 boys and girls participating in scholastic sports in our state. Chick-fil-A recognizes their participation in high school sports, develop leadership. Chick-fil-A, a great sponsor of the SSAC. They'll bubble a tailback out, actually the fullback out wide, and now South Harrison's going to burn the timeout. So their 2nd of the half. We'll keep it here. Another Pepsi timeout. If you haven't finished that other Pepsi, grab another one. Chick-fil-A recognizes the participation in high school sports, helps develop leadership and teamwork skills. to prepare each participant for life, the same values that Chick-fil-A and your community share. 2:36 now with that timeout. Both teams with the timeout left. It'd be kind of interesting how Bluefield utilizes this if they can get a stop here.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested too, Zach, because the last time we played was James Monroe 2 weeks ago, and we were able to get the ball back right before the half, and we come out and shotgun and threw that pick six, which really kind of changed the whole dynamic of that game. So let's see if they can at least get the South Harrison offense off the field, and then from there, what we decide to do with the ball.
Bluefield here in the playoffs, more so than not in their football history, looking for their 12th state championship. South Harrison is looking for their first state title. They have only been to the second round of the playoffs 7 times in their history, but never the third round. This seems to be one of their better teams. And I think they're going to be around a while. You've got Hatfield, the sophomores. Yeah, they're very sophomore and junior late, and Pedraza, the sophomore quarterback, breaks the huddle. 4th and 2 from the 14 as the wind and snow seem to pick up. Hatfield, handoff. He's stuck again. A 4th down stop. He's going to pick up about a yard, but that is going to leave them short. First down, Bluefield. Another 4th down stand for this Beaver defense.
Yeah, I don't know who that Beaver D line was, but he was able to stand up that guard for the South Harrison and didn't allow him to gain any ground. And the running back, Hatfield, just ran right in the back of him and slowed him down long enough to allow the Beavers to swarm to keep him from getting the first down.
2:35, first half. Timeout apiece left as 3 are sent out wide. Simpson under the center, turns and gives to Patton, the fullback. Patton dragging a couple of guys up across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Actually mark him at the 18, so a pickup of 5, and we 2nd and 5 from there. Got to take care of the football here to earn in the half and maybe add to the lead if you're Bluefield. I think maybe if South Harrison can get Bluefield behind the sticks here, they may utilize that last time out. They show blitz off the edge. Simpson in the shotgun takes a low snap. They come off the edge, and they're going to get to it. The blitz came off the far edge, Rusty, and he works through the block in the backfield, and that is none other than Hatfield, who comes from his outside linebacker position to sack Simpson. A loss of 4. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, the Hawks defense, look, they come out with 6 guys that were going to get ready for the passing, some type of pass, where the Beavers are in a shotgun formation. And then 2 of their outside linebackers come flying up right when the ball was getting snapped, and the one come off the edge untouched and was able to get the sack for the South Harrison Hawks.
Little surprised South Harrison didn't use their final timeout. And now it looks like Bluefield's kind of in burn time mode. Simpson sends 3 out wide to the near side of the field. That's the right side. Shotgun snap, give to Patton on 3rd and long, and Patton's going to get a tough couple of yards there. He'll be shy of the 20. And now South Harrison will use their final timeout of the half with 54.9 seconds remaining. So that's their final timeout. Pepsi timeout. Grab yourself a Pepsi and take a drink. It's an 8-point ball game, and now you're going to force Bluefield to punt straight into the wind, Rusty.
Yeah, that's not really an ideal situation. If they can get a good kickoff and get them back into South Harrison territory, will be a more favorable situation, especially with less than a minute. Able to get about 8 to 10 seconds off the game clock, depending on how long it takes to get the kickoff and if they let it roll around. To me, I'm going to kick it low, get it away from the return man, and try and let it roll as much as possible, just to milk as much off the game clock as possible.
It's good to have options when choosing health coverage for yourself or your family or from your employees. You've got options with Health Plan. The Health Plan, plan on it. Learn more at healthplan.org. So 4th and 4 from the 20-yard line. Rife awaits. He's got the wind blowing right in his face. It'll be tough to get a punt off As long as you can get it off here, like you said, Rusty, just let it roll.
Looks like South Harrison doesn't have a deep man.
Yeah, no one back, and it's a high snap over Rife's head into the end zone. Rife, and did Rife get on it? No, he did not. South Harrison falls on it. Touchdown. Hawks. It was a bad snap, and I couldn't tell who fell on it. Number 23. Knew it was South Harrison, so number 23, that is Corey Saltis, the senior, falling on the bad snap. And with 49 seconds to go in the second quarter, the Hawks are a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. That was definitely something that we were a little weary of. It was a bad snap, and right there. Trying to finish the half on a clean note, and Bluefield gives up the touchdown. And here comes the 2-point conversion. Try. Maryland Hatfield gets the call. No, keeper. Pedraza dives. He gets undercut, and that was a great effort, but he couldn't get the edge. Keyshawn Smith out on the edge to make the stop. Then it's a 1-point ball game it's a 2-point ball game with 49 seconds to go. Bluefield 14, South Harrison 12. So Saltis falls on the football. He gets the touchdown. But the PAT, no good, and it is now a 2-point ball game with 49 seconds remaining. So South Harrison using the timeout very wisely there to force the punt. And then the bad snap. Makes this a new situation right before halftime.
Yeah, in that type of situation, Zach, when you have the ball that's snapped over your head and it's going in the end zone, at that point there's no point in trying to pick it up. Just kick it out of the back of the end zone and take the safety.
Yeah.
I'd rather give up 2 points than 6, possibly 7, possibly 8. It's something that coaching staff's going to have to coach him up at the half and just teach him, like, hey, you don't have to pick it up. In those type of situations, we'll take the 2 points. We'll take the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah, you take the 2 points. You've got to kick it to South Harrison, but with under a minute to go, you feel good about your defense making a stop before intermission. And it's a 2-point ball game with 49 seconds to go. Here in the first half, and a little squibber will skip across the turf, and Bluefield will fall on it at the 35-yard line where they'll start 1st and 10. They do still have a timeout in their pocket. And I would say a lot of that will determine how this first down play unfolds on if you use that timeout or you just go in and warm the toes at halftime.
Yeah, do you try and take a shot right here and get in their territory and see if you can get some points, or do you just take the knee and lick your wounds and go regroup at the half?
Ramey Auto Group halftime show coming up. Talk a little bit about this one. Let's see if we can catch some scores from around the area to pass along to you. 3 out wide to the right. 1 receiver to the left, ball on the left hash. Simpson back to pass. Has time. Throws it deep. King down there. Battle for the ball. It was short and incomplete. King had to come back to it as Max was throwing straight into the wind. And that matchup you mentioned with King and Maxwell, it's been fun to watch all night. Maxwell almost had himself an interception.
Yeah, you could tell the wind got a hold of that ball and almost killed it in air. Come up a little short. We know Max can throw that ball deep in ideal weather conditions, but this is not ideal weather conditions. Let's see what they do right here.
2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Same formation. Pop pass. Near side, Keyshawn makes the grab to 30. Gets a block. 35, 40. He's trying to get out of bounds, but he's cut down by Saltis right before getting to the sideline, so the clock will run and it doesn't look like Bluefield's going to burn a timeout quite yet.
No, I wouldn't right here. I would run your play. If you can get it, great. If not, just let the clock run out.
Down to 20 seconds now here in the half. 3rd and 4 from the 40. Simpson fires it far side to flats. King with the grab. King makes one man miss. Across midfield, 45-40. He's dragged out of bounds with 2.5 seconds left at the Hawks 39. That gives you an opportunity here, Rusty. I know you're throwing straight into the wind, but I would say throw it underneath and let your athlete do some work. So Bluefield uses their final timeout of the first half. Pepsi timeout. Grab yourself a Pepsi and take a timeout. We'll keep it here as we'll be taking a break here in a little bit with halftime. But winner of this one will face the winner of Frankfort and Westside. That game is scheduled for tomorrow up at Frankfort. This is the 8-9 matchup. So the winner of this game would travel to Frankfort if Frankfort were to win. Now, if Westside was to pull the upset, then the winner of this game would host Westside next weekend. But we're not thinking about that one right now because we've got a pretty good one in front of us at the moment. Bluefield with an opportunity here before halftime. I think you might see some sort of wide receiver screen here. Something short so you're not throwing straight into the wind. Now 4 are sent out wide to the near side. King, the lone receiver, under the numbers far side. Backfield empty for Simpson. 2.5 on the clock. They look at Keyshawn near side. Nothing really going on. Simpson squares, fires deep across the middle. It's caught. No, it's bobbled. Patton there hauls it in, but he's tackled inside the 15. It hit King in the chest. He bobbled it, but Todd Patton was there to haul it in off the ricochet, and he's tackled inside the 15 to end the half. We've got a fun one brewing here in Princeton. It's halftime at Honeycutt. Bluefield leads at intermission, 14-12 over the South Harrison Hawks. We'll take a breath. We'll take a break. A 3-minute timeout. We'll be back. The Ramey Auto Group halftime coming up here on your home for Beaver football, the Eagle and Video Productions.
Let's grow right here in the Virginias. First Sentinel Bank is a true local bank with branches in the towns we live in and love. Bank with local people that are focused on making this area better for the hardworking families that live and work in our communities. We can grow here with local decisions and customized services that make banking simple and easy. Let us help you grow here with a true local bank. First Sentinel Bank.
At Access Health, we treat your children the way we want our children to be treated, with care, compassion, and expertise.
We focus on treating the person, not just the symptom. Your health and well-being are our priority.
And when you face uncertainties, we're there with advanced technology and compassionate care.
This football season, Ramey Auto Group is determined to outperform the competition. Our unbeatable lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs will leave you feeling like a champion every time you hit the road. Ramey supports local football in our area, and we have the ride to get you to the big game. Elevate your driving experience with the ultimate game changer, Ramey Automotive, at one of our 5 locations. At Ramey, it's always your deal, your way. Visit one of our dealerships today or shop online at RameyCars.com.
For over 100 years, Ace Hardware has been more than just a store. We've been a trusted friend, member of the community, and a helping hand in your home. From generation to generation, we've been here with the tools and expertise to make your projects a success. We carry the best brands like Milwaukee Power Tools, Yeti, Traeger Grills, Steel Chainsaws, and accessories. As we celebrate our 100th anniversary, we want to thank you for allowing us to be part of your family's story. Your local Ace Hardware in Princeton and Bluefield.
Auto Mall is your go-to destination for incredible deals on new and certified pre-owned vehicles.
With every purchase, you get the Bill Cole Advantage absolutely free, which includes a lifetime powertrain warranty, plus get our free premium ceramic coating process with 3-year paint and interior protection.
The no-cost Cole Connect app offers a $10,000 theft recovery guarantee, vehicle health reports, recall notifications, and service reminders.
Visit us today to unlock the Bill Cole Advantage or go to BillColeAutomall.com.
It's tailgate season. Hometown Shell is your one-stop shop for all the game day essentials. Candy, drinks, snacks, and more. And don't forget to shop the best selection of game day favorites in our 33-degree walk-in beer cave. Whether you're cheering from the stands or hosting at home, we've got the perfect brew for every fan. Pick the winning team by stopping by Hometown Shell. Come experience the hometown difference.
All of the experience that I gained at Bluefield State through the labs and the lectures really prepared me to stay current with the technology that is coming out into the industry.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
And Southwest Virginia, Ramey has your next new or pre-loved ride right on their lot. You can't sling a football tonight without hitting a Ramey Auto Group location. Over 24 hours a day at RameyCars.com. Rusty, pretty much what we thought we would see. Hatfield early with a 60-yard scamper. The kick was blocked, giving South Harrison their only lead of the night, 6-0 there. And then Beaver came back and answered on the nenext drive with Ty Patton, a huge run of about 41 yards, setting up Bluefield on the doorstep, and then Patton cashed it in. Reifwood knocked through the PAT, making 7-6. That was the score at the end of the first. And then early in the second, Bluefield would answer again as a 15-yard strike, Simpson to King on the out. And King took a couple of guys with him into the end zone. PAT was good. It was 14-6, and then South Harrison, with a defensive stand late in the half, would force Bluefield to punt. Reif was back to punt, and the high snap over his head kind of squandered in the end zone. And the scrum for it was won by the Hawks, and Corey Saltis, the senior, comes out of there with the football for the touchdown. The 2-point try, that time was short as Pedraza, the quarterback, tried to boot it out, and he was cut down just shy of the goal line. And that's where we stand here at halftime, 14-12. What are your thoughts, Mr. Coburn?
You know, for the most part, I thought the Beavers overall played a pretty solid first half if you take away really two big plays. The long touchdown run in the first quarter, which I think was more of a defensive lineman, and they made adjustments on the second drive and was able to, get in something that stops that type of offense better. And the other play was just the bad snap over the punter's head on, fourth and long late in the first half. Those are the type of plays are what can hurt you.
Yeah.
Your goal in the postseason is to win a championship. Well, the teams that win championships don't make these type of mistakes this late in the year. At that point you got to know if you do make the mistake, you got to quit. You got the bleeding stop. Kick the ball out of the back of the end zone. Take what you can only give up, which would be 2 points. But those type of mistakes should not happen. We are a better team than this. We are a better program than this. That changed the ball game from being 14-6 going in the half. Having pretty good momentum, feeling pretty good, especially with considering the weather condition. And then going in and being only up 2 with them getting the ball at the half. Those type of mistakes cannot happen. I can't stress enough. I know Zach hears me, in between breaks, bitch about it enough. You can't do this. Like, if you want to win championships, you got to overcome it. You got to be better than that. Other than that, really, we did play pretty solid on offense, played pretty solid on defense, had some huge fourth down stops, especially in our own red zone, defending them from getting a first down, was able to stop them. The offense, got going. And once we get the ball in King's hand, he's able to make plays. I think they're eventually going to have to go out and put one out on him and try and jam him at the line and then have a defender over top, because you just can't let King get in space, get the ball. When his head's on and he's focused and he wants to take over a game, he can take over a game at any point. I think we're going to have to go to him more in the second half. I think we got to get the passing game going, not so much to get it going, to get the passing game going. We got to get the passing game going to set up the rushing game. Yeah. I think if we can get them out of the box so much and get back to where they only had 5 men in between the tackles, we can get Ty Patton going a lot this second half. And I think we're going to need him. We need these seniors to step up. It's playoff football. It's time. It's do or die. It's second half. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. But the great thing about the daunting mistake was the bad snap and the play in the end zone, giving South Harrison the 6 points. Really only one other mistake by Bluefield, and that was that false start on that drive that kind of backed them up behind the sticks and made them, kind of lose momentum there and give South Harrison some good field position there. That's really been the only 2 big mistakes tonight for Bluefield. South Harrison has moved the ball pretty well. 2 fourth-down stops on defense is really the reason that South Harrison doesn't lead this ball game right now. South Harrison had a nice little drive going down there right before the bad punt, and Bluefield got to stop on 4th down to kind of negate that drive. And then earlier in the night, a 4th-down stop kept South Harrison from continuing that drive as well. So Bluefield's defense has stepped up. I think this has been a pretty well played ball game and pretty unfavorable conditions for both teams. Hatfield is as good as advertised. Jeff King playing his, the way we've seen him play all year. Just a couple of tough passes in the chest. One, he got bailed out by Ty Patton on the ricochet there at the end of the half, but Patton has ran the ball well. And I think if Simpson has the wind at his back, I think he's going to be able to throw the ball pretty well. But we saw there, it doesn't matter if you got Max Simpson or John Elway throwing into the wind tonight. It's going to be tough.
Absolutely.
So, if it'll be interesting to see, because South Harrison will have the football to begin the second half, but you would think maybe Bluefield faces the wind in the third, so they'll have it at their back in the fourth. We'll see maybe how that plays out. Some other games going on around the area at Mitchell Stadium. The reason we are here in Princeton tonight, Graham is hosting Virginia High. Our last look had Graham leading Virginia High 6-0 at halftime. Union on the Virginia side of things leads Ridgeview 7-0, close to halftime there. Bath County late in the first half all over Narrows 27-6. A big win. Grayson County goes on the road and beats George Wythe. That is a big win in Region C football on the Class 1 side of things. Grundy trails Ryakove in the first half. Ryakove, the real deal this year. Looks like William Bird's all over Abingdon, 14-0 in the first half. East side leads Patrick Henry on the Virginia side of things, 19-7. And Ridgeview's come back and taken the lead on Union at half, 14-7 there, so that's a pretty good ball game. Got some scores in West Virginia as well. Things kind of changing around there. The scoreboard updated and looks a lot different than it did. A lot of schools playing tomorrow. Frankfort hosting Westside tomorrow in Class AA. Roane County hosts Chapmanville tomorrow. The Independence James Monroe game, which was scheduled for tonight, has been moved to Sunday. Williamstown hosts Moorfield. That'll be tomorrow. Wheeling Central, the 5 seed, hosts the 12 seed Nicholas County. You would think in this type of weather, the polar bear are they the grizzly bears? There's some sort of
type of bear.
Some type of bear. Well, they're down 28-0 at the half, so not very bear-like. We have different jokes for the late show. Philip Barber, the 6th seed, hosts Clay County. That's tomorrow. And Scott hosts Wayne tomorrow as well. We really thought we were going to Scott there a couple weeks ago. Scott's a good ball club, and we'll see what they've got. Right here in this very stadium tomorrow, Princeton will host Hampshire. That'll be tomorrow afternoon. Speaking of polar bears, Fairmont Senior leads Point Pleasant 28-0 at the half. Very polar bear-esque. Bridgeport all over Robert C. Byrd, 44-0 in the first half. Herbert Hoover Elkins tomorrow. That's the 4-13 game. Oak Hill and Lewis County scoreless at half. just up the turnpike. Nitro hosts Shady Spring in the 6-11 game tomorrow. Spring Valley all over East Fairmont in the 7-10 game, 40-0 in the second quarter. And North Marion leads Ripley, the 8-9 game in AAA. That's a 20-3 score with North Marion on top at the half. In single A football, Tug Valley hosts Tulsa in the 1-16 game tomorrow. Tucker County hosts East Hardy. It's a 2:15 game. That'll be Sunday at 2. Madonna, the 14th seed, at Wahama, the 3 seed tomorrow. Cameron, the 4th seed, up 41-0 on Valley Wetzel, the 13th seed here at halftime. Wirt County at Doddridge County. That's the 5-12 game tomorrow. Sherman, the 6th seed, leads Tyler Consolidated, the 11th seed, at halftime, 16-8. Pendleton County, the 7th seed, hosting the 10 seed Meadow Bridge tomorrow. And our friends from down the road in the county, Riverview, at Petersburg in the 8-9 matchup tomorrow afternoon as well. And then in Class 4A, Martinsburg hosts Parkersburg. That's the 1-16 matchup tomorrow. Spring Mills, the 2 seed, leads 42-0 on the 15th seed Hedgeville in the second quarter. Jefferson, Cabell Midland, 3-14 game tomorrow. Wheelie Park hosting Musselman in the 4-13 matchup tomorrow as well. Huntington hosting University tomorrow afternoon in the 5-12 game. Hurricane leads George Washington in the 6-11 game at halftime, 7-0. And Morgantown at home, the 7 seed, leads the number 10 seed Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles 21-10 at the half. Here at Honeycutt, it is Bluefield 14, South Harrison 12 at intermission. We're going to take a break. We'll take a breath. We'll be back here in 3 more minutes. More Ramey Auto Group halftime show coming up here on your home for Beaver football, the Eagle and Video Productions.
100 years, Ace Hardware has been more than just a store. We've been a trusted friend, member of the community, and a helping hand in your home. From generation to generation, we've been here with the tools and expertise to make your projects a success. We carry the best brands like Myers Cleaning Supplies, Stanley, Benjamin Moore Paint, and Scott's Gardening Supplies. As we celebrate our 100th anniversary, we want to thank you for allowing us to be a part of your family story. Your local Ace Hardware in Princeton and Bluefield.
Drive into 2025 with confidence in a vehicle designed to turn heads. Premium comfort, bold design, and 2 years of limited maintenance included. Plus, with our industry-leading warranty, you're covered for the road ahead. During Mitsubishi's year-end sales event, drive home a 2024 SUV with 0.99% APR. Get ready for a new year of adventure at Stevens Mitsubishi.
Join new Cracker Barrel Rewards, and you'll feel like a rock star.
You're always cooking up something.
Sign up and get an appetizer on us. Then, with every purchase, start earning rewards that you can redeem for entrees and shopping. And who doesn't love to rock a birthday treat?
I do love to rock.
Sign up for free today. Cracker Barrel Rewards, the rewards you crave.
The care you deserve.
Welcome to the Rail Yard, a hidden gem nestled in the heart of our downtown historical Bluefield. Here at the Rail Yard, we're all about serving up fresh, tasty bites and creating a cozy spot to hang out in the neighborhood. Join us every Tuesday for BOGO Burger Night. Buy one, get one half off. Sundays are for families, where little ones get to chow down for free. The Rail Yard, great food, good times, and every day of the week.
Honeycutt, and we're excited because it is playoff football time, and we've got a dandy on our hands here tonight. I think the adrenaline is keeping us warm tonight, Rusty.
Absolutely.
And some beverages. Our warm water that we've heated up.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate is keeping us warm. South Harrison back on the field getting ready for the second half. They will receive the second half kick coming up here shortly. A shout out to all our great sponsors here on the Bluefield Beaver Football Network that have been with us all year, including First Community Bank, Citizens Building Supply, Cole Chevy, Fry Roofing, Hometown Shell, First Sentinel Bank, Ramey Auto Group, Bill Koata Mall, Dairy Queen, Pepsi, Shell Advisory, the Rail Yard, Bluefield State University, and, of course, all the great, fine folks who support the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission, West Virginia Higher Education, Hope Gas, also Toyota, Metro News, Chocolate Milk, West Virginia National Guard, the Health Plan, Field Turf, Chick-fil-A, and Par-Mar stores. You've been you played for this program. You've been in these situations down in the locker room in very tight ball games in postseason play, and you've also coached in this program in likewise some tight halftime postseason ball games. Rusty, what is the mindset? What's going on down below in the locker room right now as we speak?
I think the first thing I do is just calm the noise. I think no matter what's going on, and especially in these type of games, you don't want to get everybody so worked up to where they can't focus on what they're supposed to do. They're worried about the weather. They're worried about if mom's here. Worried what they're going to do after the game. Block all that out. Focus on what you got to focus on. Go out, execute your assignment, and worry about one play at a time. If you can win one play at a time, every time, more than likely you're going to come out successful. So, being as a player, being as a coach, it's playoffs. Like, if you don't get up for this, you need to check yourself at the door. You need to look in the mirror and, have some, self-evaluation like, hey, should I be doing this? Because, this is fun. Like, you can put me out there right now. I guarantee I'll be out there right now with no sleeves, no tights on, ready to go, ready to smack someone in the mouth because this is playoff football. Like, the goal is to win a championship. In order to win a championship, you got to win the first round. So, I'm ready to go right now, Zach.
No, I'm with you. You and I both were blessed to be, in some great programs. You here at Bluefield, and I got to play at Richlands. And every year that I was in high school, we were in the playoffs. We were playing in cold, miserable weather. But once you get out there and you take that first hit or you make that first catch, you don't think about it.
No, you block everything out.
Really, everything, yeah. You don't feel the cold. You don't feel the wind. You just kind of dial in and you're ready to go, especially in this environment. I think it makes it a little easier to do such things when you're in a dogfight such as this, a 2-point ball game. And South Harrison, they're coming down on a 3-game win streak. This team is a well-oiled machine. They run the Maryland Eye really well. Bluefield defensively has made some great plays to keep this at a 2-point ball game. And I tell you what, this second half is going to be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm interested to see what the Beavers come out in, especially on offense. See what they get going. Just, the first half of the third quarter is going to determine what type of Bluefield Beaver team we get because we've seen them come out, and they come out flat many times this season. And no matter what the score was at the half, no matter like against James Rowe, we were up, come out, and within 6 minutes, we start off hot and become flat. And, I don't know if this team, and I mean this in the most polite, respectful way, I don't know if this team is mentally tough enough or mature enough to overcome, late adversity in the game. I would love to see them overcome it, especially if, whatever the situation may be. But let's just get out and just get going. Like, punch them in the mouth we get to start off with. Okay, let's go 3-0. Let's get the ball back. Let's go down and score and drive on the first drive. And, send them packing their stuff up, send them up north.
Well, this is the 10th game as the Independence game was scratched due to the hurricane and everything. But you look up and down Bluefield's schedule, Graham, Princeton, Woodrow, Grayson County, Oak Hill, James Monroe, Giles last week. There's other than you knock out East and Pikeview, that's 7 playoff teams that this Beaver squad has faced. So they've definitely played some tough competition this year. So is South Harrison. A couple of those teams on their resume are in postseason play this year. But when you get to this level, it's 0-0. It's win or go home.
Yep.
And Bluefield has an opportunity here with 24 minutes to go, maybe even more, to get to the second round. First time Bluefield has been to the second round, I think, since 21. It's been a few years. And this team, very athletic, and they've played well tonight other than a few mistakes. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. So I was curious to kind of see how that plays out. I believe, it looks like Bluefield will have the wind at their back here in the third, so they would be facing the wind as it stands at the moment in the fourth. So we'll keep an eye on that situation, but South Harrison will get the second half kickoff coming up. Hope Gas congratulates the teams for making the state tournament. Learn more about Hope's community efforts by following them on Instagram. Good luck to all the teams from everyone at Hope Gas. Jaden Francisco will tee this one up at the 40.
I think I heard some ODB on the speakers
they've
just
been playing
now.
some good music tonight.
They have. A little mixture of jock jam, some old school R&B, ODB, which for tonight stands for Old Dirty Beavers.
They're going to flip it. So this, I like this situation a little bit better. You're going to face the wind for the third, but you'll have the wind at your back in the fourth if you have to throw it.
Which will also have the scoreboard in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'll be looking. Yeah, you kind of have a lot better vantage point at the scoreboard. Back deep for the Hawks. Shepard Paul to Madden Maxwell. 2-point ball game, 2 missed extra points. A kick blocked and then a 2-point try stopped. The difference in this one, Francisco, end over end kick, hits at the 25 and
he's
out of bounds. Yeah, he went out of bounds. Maxwell tried to cut upfield and steps out. That's a tough break for the Hawks. South Harrison will start in their worst field position tonight. 1st and 10 from their own 17.
Yeah, I don't think the return man meant to do that. I think he was just trying to make a cut and got his feet outside of his base and just stepped out of bounds before he can get going.
So 1st and 10, South Harrison from their own 17. Just underway here in the third quarter. Second half brought to you by Bilko Auto Mall. For your Honda, Nissan, Subaru, Kia, Ford, or Lincoln needs, look no further than the Bilko Auto Mall on 460 in between Bluefield and Princeton. Maryland I, first down, handoff. Hatfield bouncing out to the right side. Keyshawn slows him just enough, but he gets outside, gets loose, and that was a tough run by Hatfield. He was stopped twice in the backfield. Keyshawn had him at one point, and he'll pick up a well-deserved 4 yards up to the 21. It'll be 2nd and 6 from there.
Yeah, King, that was playing free safety for the Beavers, read the ball, come up, he flew up, got his shoulder pads on him, wasn't able to get him down. Like you said, Smith come up as well, got his shoulder pads on him. We got to do a better job of wrapping up, grabbing cloth, doing whatever you can to get them down. Just come up and trying to hit them with your shoulders. You know, this isn't peewee football. They're not going to go down just because you do that.
Jaden Hatfield's not going down.
No.
By some hand tackles. Second man through gets the handoff off the right side this time. A little counter action. And that was Harlow again. Harlow's a nice second piece to the Hatfield action in the backfield. Harlow, 5'8", 185 pounds, sophomore. He would probably be a premier back anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Besides sharing the backfield with Hatfield, but that is a two-headed monster. It's 3rd and short. Opportunity here for the Beavers to flip the field early in the third. I formation with a wing to the left. Box it full. Quarterback draw. Keeper and Pedraza is going to get it up for a first down as he fights his way to the 32-yard line. Nice keeper by Pedraza.
Yeah, nice design that was called by the offense coordinator. Come out with a wing set up, and usually when they have the wing set up there, run some type of counter, some type of reverse pass. So it was nice for them to come out and do that and draw the Beavers' eyes to that wing because they weren't expecting QB just to run a QB sneak. Good play call by the offense coordinator.
1st and 10 from the 32. South Harrison driving from right to left on your radio dial here in the third quarter. 14-12 Bluefield on top early in the third. Hatfield again, left side, looking for the edge, and he is swallowed up. Patton comes in and makes the stop. Chadney stand back in there as well. But I tell you what, give the assist to Tyler Simon as Simon set the edge there and not allowing Hatfield to get outside. He had to cut it back up inside, and Ty Patton was waiting there. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, don't forget about Landon Crane. I think he did a great job right there. Was able to scrape it across. Was also able to get in on that tackle. He got up, fired up. Hopefully that carries over to some of his teammates and, just get some positive momentum going.
2 minutes into this third quarter, 2nd and long for the Hawks at the 32-yard line. Maryland I double tight. Rolling. Dropping off in the flats. It's caught. Tussin makes the grab of Maxwell's pass. Maxwell in a quarterback now. And that's going to be a pickup of about 6 to the 38. This will be 3rd and manageable there. So Madden Maxwell in at quarterback now instead of Pedraza. So an interesting little flip of the script here.
Yeah, it is.
3rd and 4 from the 38, 9:48. Clock stops with Tustin heading out of bounds. Wing off the line to the right, I formation behind Maxwell. Tight end to the left. Turning to give. Hatfield up the gut to the 40. He'll pick up a tough 2, but he swallowed short of the first down marker. Looked like Jameer Harrison there, among others, in on the stop. It's 4th and 2. And this is definitely an interesting spot for South Harrison.
Yeah, it looks like who's been calling the plays on the sidelines in the orange shirt. I guess he's their offense coordinator. He hollered at him, come over, and gave him a play. Looks like they're going to go for it on this 4th and short.
So South Harrison's offense stays on the field. 4th and 2, 9:14, clock rolling, third quarter. The Beavers have 2 fourth down stops already tonight. Maxwell turns, pitches. Hatfield near side, cuts up, first down, cuts back at the 45, still loose at midfield. What a run by Hatfield. 1st and 10, Hawks. There's nothing fancy about Hatfield, but he does it well.
Yeah, he's got a strong upper body and a strong lower body. Arm tackles isn't going to force him down. Pushing him's not going to get him down. You're going to have to hit that man to bring him down. And sometimes it's going to take more than one of you.
14-yard pickup on 4th and 2. 1st and 10 Hawks from the Beavers 46. 8:35 here in the third. The Hawks trail by 2. Double tie. Maryland I. Maxwell the quarterback. Second man through is Harlow. He gets the handoff off the right guard, and he's inside the 45 of the 44. Tough 2 yards there. It's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, nice little pop by 54 for the Beavers. Grady Woods, he was able to get down the line and hit him squared up. And good pop. They were able to gain not about even 2 yards.
This has been the strong suit of this Beaver squad for the past couple of years is the defense.
Yeah,
Last
absolutely.
year we were a little patient trying to wait for the offense to take shape, and it didn't towards the end of the year, and that's why they missed the playoffs. This year the offense has kind of found a little bit of rhythm. That's why they found their way into the playoff. But this defense is strong. Box full. Hatfield gets the handoff on 2nd and long. He'll pick up a tough 2, maybe 3 down inside the 43-yard line. We've got some extracurriculars, but everything seems to be all right. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 6.
I don't think King did a good enough job acting right there to try and get him to throw the penalty.
3rd and 6 from just inside the 43-yard line. The Hawks need the 36 of Bluefield. Hawks are 1 of 3 on 4th down tonight. after that last run by Hatfield. 12 on the play clock as Maxwell sends everyone to the line. Double tight, Maryland I. Box full of Beavers. They flare out a back. Now Hatfield gets the pitch. Francisco grabs him, hugs him, throws him down. A huge loss. Jaden Francisco, a huge player off the edge right there. Backs the Hawks to their own 49.
Yeah, great play right there by Jaden Francisco. We really haven't seen him a whole lot tonight. We know he's been out there, he's been making some plays, but that's the type of play that we need, especially from the senior defensive lineman.
And I believe that's going to force South Harrison to punt. 4th and 15 from the 49, and they will punt. That is Colin Siegel back to kick this start. And there's a false start. So that's going to back them up even further. So Francisco off the edge with a huge play. And now the false start will back this thing up even further. The Big Blue, the Beavers. Man. I got too many side gigs. Let's go back them up even further.
Can't knock the hustle.
It's back to the 44-yard line. That's where the line of scrimmage will be. 6 minutes even here in the third. Hawks burn a lot of time out of the locker room, but they're not going to have any points to show of it. Segan's punt, a high, gets over Powell's head, and that one's going to roll inside the 10. That is huge.
No.
Powell falls on it. Rusty had to take his headset off. That's a huge, huge flip of the field. I don't know if Powell slipped trying to pick it up, but it's down at the, let's see what, they put it at the 3. So that's a 53-yard punt, Rusty. First and 10. The Beavers are behind the 8 ball. With 5:43 left in the third. First and 10 from their own 3. Fullback dive. Ty Patton picks up a tough one. It'll be 2nd and long. It was interesting as Tyrese Powell was back, and the line drive punt wasn't kicked very well, but it was over his head. And he probably just should have bailed out and let it go. Because the worst case, you would be in the same situation. But the best case, it could have went in the end zone for a touchback. But tough play there. 3 out wide to the right. Ball on the left hash. Bluefield attacking from left to right. Counter, fullback dive. Patton dives. I think he may have been tripped as he came out of the backfield. Tackled by Saltis. They mark him down at the 8. It's going to be 3rd and 5 from there. .435, clock rolling third quarter. The Beavers clinging to the 2-point lead here at Honeycutt on a snowy Friday night in November. Patton, the lone back, to the right of Simpson. Max steps up, clean pocket, fires. It's caught. Jamari Smith, no, we dropped it. Jamari Smith was wide open and hit him right between the 1 and the 1. And he had his back to us. I don't know if he had it cleanly or he just made the cut before he had the football, but it's punt time for the Beavers.
Yeah, it looked like he was just trying to get going before he caught it. You got to look it in first before you can take off.
Another tough spot here for Bluefield, as Eli Rife is in the end zone awaiting the snap. Last time down here, a bad snap over Max's head, or over Eli Rife's head, ended up in the end zone and a touchdown for the Hawks. Snap clean this time. They bring pressure. They almost get to it. Rife's kick is short. It may have been tipped, and it takes a huge Hawks bounce down to the 11. That's going to be a net of a 3-yard punt. And I'm not sure if it was tipped or not, but they had pressure. And the Hawks are inside the Shell Advisory red zone quickly. 1st and 10 from the 11 with 4:07 left in the third. So a couple of mistakes in the past couple of minutes for Bluefield. As South Harrison on the doorstep. Their best field position of the night. Ball on the left hash at the 11. Madden Maxwell, the junior, under center with 2 backs behind him and a wing out to the right. Maxwell keeps it, and he's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. He may have been bumped into at the 5, but other than that, he was untouched. And the Hawks of South Harrison have taken a lead with 4:02 remaining in the third. It's 18-14, PAT pending. What a flip of the script here in the third. Maxwell, I formation, Maryland I behind him. Hatfield gets it, the handoff, and he's going to be just short. Gets inside the 1, but the Beavers keep him out of the end zone for the 2-point stop. 4 minutes, 2 seconds left in the third quarter. The South Harrison Hawks lead for the second time tonight. It's now 18-14 here in Princeton. First round of the AA playoffs in West Virginia on the Eagle and Video Productions. Defensive stop, and then the punt into the wind may have been partially tipped, but nevertheless, it went 3 yards, and that set up the Hawks with pristine beachfront real estate on a snowstorm Friday evening. 11-yard run by Madden Maxwell and the quarterback keeper. PAT was no good. It's 18-14 with 4 and change left here in the third. Short kick brought in to 28. That's Powell. Powell gets free. Flags fly behind the play. Powell still loose. 35-30 down near the 25. They'll mark him down after a great return, but a flag. There's 2 flags now down. There's one over across the way at the 41-yard line, and then there's one down here on the near sideline.
It's got to be a sideline warning.
That one won't matter. That one across the way definitely does play into all of this. And that's usually in the spot of a block in the back or a hold, unfortunately. But Powell, great return. And maybe all for naught.
No, it looks like it's going to go for the Beavers.
Interesting. They sort it out. The sideline warning is just that, a warning, so there's no penalty there. But 4 of the 7 officials are huddled up, probably just trying to get warm at the 47-yard line. They may not even be making a decision here. They may just be trying to get warm.
Well, the last time there were officials grouping up at a game here caused a lot of controversy online. So
that is very true. Check the internet; it's on there.
Wait,
what? That's interesting.
That might be a first.
Maybe we've seen a couple of firsts tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it does benefit. It benefits Bluefield. So they're going to start with their best field position tonight. After Powell's great return, it will be 1st and 10 Bluefield on the doorstep at the 12-yard line. A block below the waist on the kicking team. Shotgun formation for Simpson. Takes the snap, gives to Ty Patton. Patton gets loose inside the 10, inside the 5.
Good run.
But he loses the football. Did he lose the football? And it looks like Bluefield may have got back on it. It looked like he may have lost the football. Maybe. This will be 1st and goal. Actually, let's see. They spot him at the 3, so a 9-yard pickup. It's going to be 2nd and 1 from there. 3:35, third quarter. After the return and the penalty, the Beavers looking to retake the lead. Simpson goes under center. Twins to each side, ball middle of the field. Patton gets the handoff, fullback dive, stacked up initially. I believe Patton's going to pick up enough for the first down, but he will not get in the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from inside the 2. Things getting interesting here in Princeton. Late in the 3rd.
Yeah, if I'm the Beavers offense coordinator, I'm just spreading my receivers wide out as far as possible. I might even stack them just to draw some defenders out and just keep running the Ty Patton. Run up the middle, you get close enough, just get a little tush push with him pushing Max in the end zone.
Simpson under center. This time he'll keep it, and that is exactly what they'll do. And
Touchdown.
Simpson's in from a yard out for the touchdown. Tush push to Simpson, and Max is in. Bluefield retakes the lead. It's now 20-18. Rife will line up this point after. Tyrese Powell on the great return and then the weird penalty. It's Bluefield in distance, and then that extra point is pushed to the left. I think the wind had something to do with that one. So the PAT is no good. Simpson, though, punches it in from a yard out. 2:51 to go here in the 3rd. Bluefield retakes the lead. It's 20-18. Beavers kick off after this on the Eagle and Video Productions. Very short drive, 4 plays, 12 yards, 1:05 off the clock. Max Simpson pushed in to the end zone by Ty Patton for the 1-yard scamper. It's 20-18 after Eli Rife's PAT sails wide to the left. Back and forth here in the 3rd, and Francisco's kick actually takes out a cheerleader on the near side. That's a penalty. Not really because it hit a cheerleader, but because it's out of play. And that will set up the Honks 1st and 10 at the 35. (20-18), 2:51 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Both teams trying to get to the 2nd round. Bluefield for the first time since 21. South Harrison for the 7th time in their playoff history. Or the 8th time, excuse me. Winner of Frankfort and Westside awaits. That game will be played tomorrow up at Frankfort. 1st and 10 from the 35. Maryland High, double tight. Maxwell, the quarterback, gives to his fullback. That is Harlow again. Harlow Tough 5-6 yards, give him up to the 41. 2nd and 4 from there. Maxwell in at quarterback, Harlow the fullback, and in between Harlow and Hatfield is Xavier Tustin, sophomore. You've got a junior and 3 sophomores in the backfield. This team's going to be dangerous the next couple of years.
Yeah, they are. They are very young. They're very talented. I know they're losing some of their senior offensive linemen, but if they get some guys up front that can block for the next couple of years, this will be a team to keep an eye on in the state of West Virginia.
I formation with a wing to the left, double tight inside, ball on the left hash. Hawks driving from left to right. Bobble the snap, and that play was kind of in a bad spot to begin with. Chadney Stanback comes up and stops Maxwell in the backfield. Maxwell kind of bobbled the snap, and I don't know if he was trying to keep it or give it to Hatfield, but
looks like we got an injured South Harrison player.
That is Maxwell. He took the hit from Stanback. He's down. After the loss of a couple, it's going to be 3rd and 6, and we've got an injury timeout on the field. We'll take it. 1:49, 3rd quarter. Bluefield leading by 2. Pepsi timeout. Grab yourself a Pepsi. Take a break here on your home for Bluefield football, the Eagle and Video Productions. On his own feet, he's walking towards the far sideline, so he looks to be okay. That's a good sign. He'll have to come out at least one play. It looks like Chris Pedraza will come back in at quarterback. Here on 3rd and 6 from the 39, 1:49, 3rd quarter. Bluefield 20, South Harrison 18 here in this first round of the West Virginia High School AA playoffs. On the 39, South Harrison needs the 45 to move the sticks. It's Pedraza. Sends double tight and an eye, Maryland eye to the formation. Turn, counter play. Hatfield gets open and then he gets stuck. Great hit right there by Jeff King and Ty Patton. Stick him up, leave him short of the first down marker at the 43-yard line. And it looked like as Hatfield got free off the left edge, he had a little bit of room to run. Great job by King and Patton to close that up quickly, Rusty.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was a great play by King. I think he read the guard, the backside guard. He pulled to our sideline. He read it. He flew upfield and was able to get his shoulder pads on Hatfield, keep him from getting the first down. Looks like the South Harrison Hawks are going to go for it right here.
If there's ever a big play late in the 3rd quarter, this may be it. Final minute of the 3rd. 4th and 2 from the 43. Pedraza and the offense race to the line. Ball on the left hash. 5 on the play clock. Turn. Hatfield. Handoff. First down. South Harrison. They came to the short side of the field. Harlow and Tustin led the way. That'll be a 3-yard pickup on 4th and 2. 1st and 10. South Harrison at the 46 of the Hawks with 30 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter, and the Hawks will have to snap it at least one more time because the game clock and the play clock are about a second off. So Pedraza racing the play in from the far sideline. They break the huddle with 12 on the play clock. Now 12 on the game clock. High formation, wing to the left. Ball on the left hash. Quick snap. Hatfield looking for the edge.
Good play.
Great open field tackle. Chadney Stanback wraps him up, and Simon finishes it off, and that will end the 3rd quarter. It will be 2nd and long to begin the 4th. Do not go anywhere. We've got a dandy in front of us here tonight in the snowstorm. Bluefield 20, South Harrison 18 as we head to the 4th on your home for Bluefield Beaver football, the Eagle and Video Productions.
Cole Chevy, prices are just better. Right now, we are offering $500 below invoice cost on every brand new vehicle.
We're posting all of the factory invoices online and in the windows. That way you know exactly what you're paying for, no secrets, just clear transparency.
And the best part, everybody qualifies.
Route 460 at the State Line, Bluefield, or shop online at colechevy.com. Cole Chevrolet, just better.
My name's Keith Sigmund. I'm the general manager here at Buchanan Mine. I find in Bluefield State graduates a characteristic that is uncommon in most today, and that characteristic is their work ethic.
Not afraid to spend as many hours as they need to spend here. They have a great work ethic.
Why we search for Bluefield State graduates is because they don't shy away from the challenge.
We head to the fourth here in Princeton. Bluefield 20, South Harrison 18. Rusty Coburn, Zach out along with you here inside the First Community Bank broadcast booth. It's 2nd and 11 after the stop of Hatfield before the end of quarter timeout. I formation. Hatfield again gets the handoff. This time, head full of steam up across midfield into Beaver territory to the 48 on a 7-yard pickup. It's going to be 3rd and manageable from there.
Yeah, good run right there by Hatfield. Able to get inside the Beaver territory, like Zach said. Wouldn't be shocked to see them come back with some type of wing lined up, or maybe some type of trick play, or just a play action pass.
3rd and 4 from the 48. They need the 44 of Bluefield to keep the drive alive. They've only punted once tonight, and it was a dandy. Turn. Hatfield again, right side, nowhere.
Landon Crane.
Crane. Harris. 4th down. This defense is fun to watch.
Yeah, when they are excited and they're flying around, they are as fun to watch as any team in the area.
10:55, clock rolling here, 4th quarter. It's 4th down and 4. Hawks break the huddle with 13 on the play clock. I formation, double tight, ball middle of the field on the Tiger Paw. Now they bubble the fullback out. He's going to throw down the line. Tight end open. It's complete. Pedraza hits Segan inside the 25. 1st down, Hawks. You mentioned it early in the first half, Rusty. That tight end seam is definitely their best pass option right there. Colin Segan with 2 receiving touchdowns on the year with a huge grab right there. It's 1st and 10 at the 21.
Yeah, I think the tight end that was streaking, I think that is supposed to be the free safety's key. He's supposed to watch him. Where they were using that jet motion, they drew King's eyes out, and he come flying out on the guy in motion, which left open a tight end streaking down the field.
Double tight, Maryland I just outside the Shell Advisory red zone. 1st down, handoff. Harlow battles and ping-pongs to the 2nd level of Bluefield's defense down to the 19. It will be 2nd and 8 from there. But I tell you what, someone who's played the safety position, you look at me now and you wouldn't think that, but Jeff King, you've been running up and making some solid licks in the run game all night. That's what your mind is on. And then that tight end out of nowhere. Now, I'm not saying, you're going to get yelled at if you're a safety because that's your guy, but that's been your mindset all night, to stop the run. But that tight end seams out and makes a great grab, and it's 2nd and a long 7 from inside the 19. Maryland I, Hatfield again. Hatfield inside the 15, dragging Jeff King down to the 12-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, speaking about free safety, Zach, I agree with you. And if you can believe this, I had to play free safety 1 year at Bluefield. So I understand what you're saying. But as a free safety, you're taught to not let anything get behind you. Yep. So, you flying out and really you're running right past a tight end that's streaking past you. You got to turn and get back because you are the last line of defense. So when you let people get behind you, it is always a bad recipe for disaster.
8:45, fourth quarter. Someone's season will end here tonight. I formation, Maryland I. Second man, Harlow. First down, inside the 10, inside the 5. He's cut down there by Keyshawn Smith. It's going to be first and goal. Hawks from the 4. Harlow with another great run. He's inside the 5, first and goal. Hawks from there inside the Shell Advisory red zone. 8.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter, and the Hawks are putting together a nice drive here, looking for points to retake the lead. Maryland I double tight. Pedraza under center. Gives to Hatfield. Hatfield inside the 2. Second and goal. Under 8. Fourth quarter clock rolls. South Harrison in no hurry. Pedraza, he's getting his steps in. He's been running the plays in from the far sideline, now comes to the huddle. 2-point ball game with 7:35 to go. Play clock at 15 as the Hawks break the huddle. Double tight. I formation. They send a wing to the left. Box full of Beavers. Handoff. Hatfield. He's stopped. Hatfield gets stopped. Landon Crane punching at the football as they both head to the turf. And it's going to be third and goal. A loss of 1 at the 3.
Yeah, look for South Harrison to come back to that same type of formation and do that jet motion again to try and draw the eyes of the Beavers defense away from what the quarterback's doing. They could go back to that QB sneak like they did earlier with the wing going in motion.
Here's an interesting thought. According to my stats, which are not always right, Noah O'Neill, the kicker, has not attempted a field goal all year, but a field goal would put South Harrison on top here in the 4th. It's 3rd and 3. I formation. They'll pitch it. Hatfield looking for the edge on the left side. Cuts back inside.
Fumble.
Ball loose. He gets hit. And who came up with it? I believe
Beavers.
Bluefield did it. They did.
Wow.
Hatfield cuts up inside and he gets spun around as he's popped. Landon Crane is stoked, and the Beavers have the football back. What a defensive stand by this Bluefield Beaver team. Wow. We've seen it all year, Rusty. This bend but don't break Beaver defense, and right there, maybe the biggest stand of the year, as one of the best backs in the state was on the doorstep, and they stick him, and he fumbles with 6:35 to go and a 2-point lead. And hopefully Bluefield's not going to have to burn a timeout, and they will. They're going to have to burn a timeout here after a big play. Something else we've seen a lot this year, as Bluefield will burn a timeout here to make sure that they're –
They only had 10 on the field.
Yeah, they only had 10. You got to have 11 to play. Pepsi timeout. Grab yourself a Pepsi. Take a break. Maybe mix it with something. Warm yourself up tonight. Pepsi and the Bluefield Beavers, a delicious partnership. Also, another great partner, the West Virginia Higher Education. With the West Virginia Invest Grant Program, you can go to any West Virginia community and technical college tuition free. Get the skills to get ahead tuition free. Apply now at wvinvests.org. 6:35, fourth quarter. Bluefield 20, South Harrison 18. The ball to 1, and it seemed almost like you could bet the farm that the Hawks were about to punch it in to retake the lead, Rusty, as Hatfield had the corner. And I think had he held on to the football, he was in the end zone.
I think he definitely thought he was in, and it was a great play by Crane, just getting, a fist in, punching it out. But the Beavers have to be careful right here because a safety will tie this ball game up. Want to make sure we get a clean snap. Just want to push forward, get out of the end zone, want to try and give a little bit of a wiggle room where we're not on our heels so much.
Yeah, push forward, burn some time here, and gain some ground. Get yourself out of the end zone. That way, if you do end up having to punt to end this drive, as Simpson keeps this on first down, he's going to pick up a tough 2 to the 4. It'll be second and long from there. yeah, if you do have to punt at the end of this drive, you're not doing it with your heels in the end zone.
Yeah, I think if the Beavers, if they do get in a fourth down territory right here, it may not be out of the question to get in shotgun, get a snap, and just take the safety because, with a bad snap earlier, you don't want to, give up a touchdown right here.
Bluefield's last touchdown was that short field drive. Counterplay, fullback, Patton. He will get stacked up. Hatfield coming in trying to strip it himself. He wants to get that football back. As they wall Patton to the turf, it will be pickup of nothing. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 7 from the 4 with 5:40 clock rolling. Timeout situation. South Harrison has all 3 remaining. The Beavers had to burn their first timeout of the second half moments ago before the first play of this drive, so they have 2 left. 3rd down here. Bluefield has to get out of the shadow of their own goalpost here. 5:20 clock rolling. They need the 11. Play clock is at 10 as Simpson settles some pieces around. Has a quick chat with Jamarius, sends him out to the far slot.
Hurry up.
Gotta hurry up as it's at 4, 3, 2, 1. Snap of the hit. Simpson steps up. He's flushed. Somehow gets out of the end zone, takes off. He'll pick up a couple of yards. He's going to get very close to the 10-yard line. Not a bad pickup after a scramble of Simpson, but it's going to be 4th down and 1, and you've more than likely got a punt from here, even though it's just a 1-yard situation. Bluefield's offense staying on, and Jeff King, he's hobbling off to the near sideline, and he's going to go down before to give Bluefield a kind of a free timeout. Coach was like, go down, and he does before he gets to the sideline. So we've got an injury timeout, a decision for the Beavers. It's 4th and 1 with 4:35 to go in the 4th, and Bluefield clinging to a 2-point advantage. Grab yourself another Pepsi. Get energized for this play. We're going to take the injury timeout here on the Eagle and Video Productions. Fourth and 1, Jeff King out on this play. The Beavers offense stays, though. Receiver in a slot to each side. Keyshawn Smith very late to the party. Simpson under center. And a stoppage in play. And now, does Ty Patton have to come out? He does.
Mouthpiece.
He's got a mouthpiece dangling. Why didn't he have it in his mouth? Landon Crane in now, fullback. 4th and 1 from the 10. Simpson under center. Blitz coming from the Hawks. Long snap count from Simpson. Now Bluefield's going to burn their second time out as the Hawks did not jump. And it looks like Bluefield will now decide to punt. What a tough situation there. I don't know if it was going to be a long snap count the whole time, but, you know, King went out with an injury, and then Patton comes out with his mouthpiece dangling. That's just a tough situation right there.
Zach, I wake up every morning and try and be a better person. Pray, fight the temptations and the evils of the world. But being a Bluefield Beaver fan and follower challenges me every day.
Oh, bless up. 4:24, fourth quarter. The words of Rusty Covert. You're one of the few people I think can freely say that. I'll be honest with you.
I have a whole lot more I want to say, but I'll just be quiet.
4th and 1 This is a big play. It's an understatement. Ball at the Bluefield 10. The Beavers lead by 2, and the Bluefield offense will retake the field. Jeff King was coming back in. He's going to have to come out despite the timeout. And now they're going to send in Ricky Dunford in at wideout. So you've got very tight formation, receiver in a slot, tight to the line. Keyshawn in motion, end around, sweep, first down. Keyshawn gets the first down. Pretty good call there. I liked it. As Keyshawn gets the edge, he picks up 5. 1st and 10, Bluefield at the 15, and now we're on the clock. It's under 4 minutes.
Did we have 10 people on the field on that play?
It kind of felt like it.
Because Crane wasn't able to come back in, and
The backfield was empty, and there was 2 wideouts each side. And
I don't think there was a tight end. Wow, we were so lucky at times.
15-yard line, 1st and 10, Bluefield trying to burn the final 4 minutes off this clock and head to the second round, leading by 2. Snap clean. Patton back in the backfield, gets the handoff, and he picks up a tough 2, maybe 3. Around the 19-yard line. Give him 4. 2nd and 6 from there. South Harrison has all 3 timeouts remaining with 3.5 minutes to go. Going to be interesting to see how they utilize those.
Yeah, I think they're trying to save them because with the style of offense they run, it's going to be hard to run the Maryland Eye and
not burn time.
Right. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. I think at some point they'll have to start calling timeouts if it's, 3rd and long or 4th and long.
King, the lone receiver under the numbers to the far side of the field. Ball on the left hash. 3 receivers to the near side. Simpson steps up. Spot pass in the flats. Called by King. King is going to stay in bounds, and they say stepped out at the 32-yard line. So that'll be enough for a first down. Yeah, there's a flag late. So that's going to add to it. But the clock does stop, and that's a tough break for South Harrison. I'll be honest with you, as King was still fighting forward, and I didn't hear a whistle, which our window was closed tonight. So that doesn't quite mean anything, but if you see someone still fighting, you kind of assume maybe the play's still ongoing. But that's going to be definitely beneficial to the Beavers right here with under 3 to go. They're still sorting this out. Now they're getting ready to make the call. So they'll offset as I think Maxwell got a late hit in, and then Jeff King may have voiced something unpleasantly. So they offset, but the pickup will put it at the 31. And it will be a first down for Bluefield with 2:52 to go. And now you definitely got to start thinking about timeouts if you're South Harrison. Two receivers to each side. Ball right of the left hash. Box is stacked. Handoff.
Good run.
Patton gets free. And he's cut down near the 40, and he falls forward to the 41. First down, Bluefield. Ty Patton with a 10-yard pickup.
Yeah, that's a great run right there by Patton. It's almost getting to where they're going to have to force the hand of South Harrison, where they're going to have to start calling timeouts if they want to have a chance of winning this game.
You got to think, if you're Bluefield, why are you in any hurry?
Yeah, I'm not snapping the ball unless there's about 2 seconds left on the play clock.
They run to the line here. There's still 18 on the play clock, 2:25 on the game clock, 2-point Beaver advantage. And now I think they've kind of realized, hey, let's slow things down just a little bit. South Harrison needs a big play defensively. 5 on the play clock now. Simpson under center, counter, fullback dive. Ty Patton still trucking his way across the 45 to the 46. 5-yard pickup. And South Harrison will use their first of the 3 second half timeouts with 2:05 remaining. The Beavers can almost smell it. It's 20-18 Bluefield here late in the fourth. Pepsi timeout. We'll take it with them on your home for Beaver football, the Eagle and Video Productions. Two minutes, 6 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Bluefield 20, South Harrison 18. Bluefield's on the cusp of heading to the quarterfinals. They've got to take care of the football here, and I think maybe a first down or two would do it. Receivers stacked upon each other, each side of the field, ball middle of the field, with Simpson under center. Ty Patton straight behind him. Second and a long 4. Patton first down. Ooh. Midfield gets free. 45.
Good job getting down.
And he gets down at the 42. First down. Bluefield. And the Beavers are stoked with 2 to go.
Yeah, South Harrison only has 2 timeouts left. It's getting to where I don't know if they have enough time to stop the Beavers offense, get the ball back, and try and score.
And I think South Harrison, no, they did not use one here as the clock's rolling. 1:50 to go. And first down run, another Dairy Queen tasty play tonight by Ty Patton. For all your tasty favorites, head on over to Dairy Queen, Cumberland Road, and Bluefield. I think a Bluefield would be good tonight.
It's fitting.
First and 10 from the 42. Play clock at 2.
We're not set up.
And Simpson will just take the snap and kneel it. And South Harrison will burn their second timeout of the second half with 1:26 to go. There is a flag. No, they didn't use a timeout. The flag stops the play.
Yeah, the Beavers receiver was not set up and was stopped. Max he's young. It's a thing he's got to work on. You got to make sure everybody's set up and they're lined up in the correct position before you snap the ball.
So the backup Bluefield to the 47, 5-yard penalty. We say first and 15 from there. And the clock should start. Three out wide to the far side. Ty Patton handoff, 45-40. They're going to drag him down inside the 35. He'll pick up about 14.
Might be enough for a first.
It's going to be very close, maybe 15. South Harrison uses their second timeout of the second half with 1:17 to go. And depending on the spot, it's going to be spotted at the 32-yard line. It's going to be very close to a first down. If that's the first down, this ballgame's just about over. And they give it to him. So a 15-yard run by Ty Patton, another tasty play. And they run the clock. I think South Harrison has thrown the white flag now. Simpson takes the snap and kneels it.
I think we need to get in our victory formation right here. And
yeah, you had 3 out wide.
Yeah, I think we need to put 2 on each, or 1 on each side of him, 1 back deep, just in case something crazy could happen.
What a fun ball game tonight. The weather would be a factor, but both these teams came in. Another Pepsi timeout. Grab yourself another Pepsi. Take a drink. 1:07 remaining here in the fourth. It's 20-18. Both teams with the timeout remaining. I don't suspect Bluefield using that unless something goes a little sideways that they've got to regroup. South Harrison will more likely use their last time out here after this second down play. Got the Rail Yard post-game show coming up. We'll decide on a Bluefield State University player of the game. Interesting victory formation here. 3 out wide to the far side, 1 to the near with Pat in the lone back and Simpson under center. Simpson will take the snap and kneel it. And South Harrison will use their last timeout of the night with 1:05 remaining. Great effort, and to be honest with you, Rusty, despite the weather, there was some mistakes both sides, but for all things considered, I think this was a pretty well-played ball game against 2 pretty evenly matched teams.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it was, you take out some of the minor mistakes from both teams, and, it was really, really solid football game. The turnover for the Hawks right there going in the end zone was huge for the Beavers. They could have took the lead, which made it hard for the Beavers to try and score. Big play right there. You take away the mistakes from both teams and, really, really solid football game.
I tell you what, that may be the play of the year right now. That stop and that strip and that fumble. South Harrison was on the doorstep, and Hatfield, had he not lost the football, was about to go in to retake the lead for South Harrison.
Yep.
And Bluefield's still working on this drive that happened. It's about 6.5 minutes, and they're just trying to finish this one off as the handoff to Patton finds his way inside the 30. It'll be 3rd and long, and it looks like
we're going to have to punt.
Yep, it's going to be 4th down here. No timeouts. So Bluefield may use this last time out. They may bleed this all the way down to about 1 on the play clock and then punt. Call the timeout and punt. But the game clock's at 34. There's about 18 seconds separating the game from the play clock.
Yeah, I don't know if the Beavers did a good job right here managing the clock, snapping the ball with about 1 or 2 seconds left. There's a couple times they snapped with about 15 seconds on the play clock, which would have caused this ball game to be over.
So Bluefield will use their final timeout here with 16.8 in the 4th quarter. 20-18. It's 4th down and about 8. Now, if you kind of run around here and maybe pick up a yard or two, you're still giving the Hawks the football back with probably close to 10 seconds and 70 yards-ish to go.
Yeah, you just don't want to turn the ball over right here, no matter how you do it. If you want to punt it. If you want to get in a shotgun formation, do a quick kick with the quarterback, just to throw them off. Any way you can milk some clock without them having great field position is key right here.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting situation. How do you play it? So neither team has a timeout. 16.8 seconds remains, a 2-point ball game. And it looks like Bluefield's offense will come back on the field. Get to the 22-yard line, this ball game's over. Shotgun snap coming to Simpson. He'll give to Patton. Patton cuts up at the 30, 25, cut down there at the 24 with 12 seconds to go, and it will be 1st and 10. So he picks up 6 when he needed 8, but there's 12 seconds, no timeouts. And let's see what the Hawks decide. Ball at the 24.
If I'm the Beavers, I'm going to tell the secondary to play it a little loose, even though they're in double tight. In case there was a break one, you can make a tackle. Not that far, guys. Scoot back up.
They're going to go pistol set here with Maxwell back in at quarterback. A receiver slot and a wing to the near side. Maxwell back to pass.
Oh, he almost picked that.
Knocked down. Chadney Stanbeck knocks it down. Stanbeck with a big play. 9 seconds to go, 2nd and 10.
Great play right there.
Stanbeck came untouched.
He almost took it out of the QB's hand and could have walked it in to seal this ball game.
9 seconds to go. 2nd and 10. Downs really don't matter right now. 2 plays at most for the Hawks. Hatfield to the left of Maxwell. Play clock at 8. 3 receivers. A twins look and a wing to the right. And that was incomplete. They threw it out in front. The intended receiver was Paul. And I think they were trying to get it to Paul. Paul threw the ball earlier tonight on kind of an end-around pass. It resulted in a pass interference. That time the pass was out in front of him and uncatchable. 5.9 seconds. It's 3rd and 10 from the 24. That really quite doesn't factor into this. More than likely the last play of this ball game, barring a penalty. The Beavers set up the prevent defense. Jeff King hanging out around the Beaver 45. Receiver slot wing to the right. Ball on the left hash. Ball on the turf. And it's thrown behind. It's low. Hatfield falls on it. That's going to be the ball game.
Whew.
That was busted. Rusty Coburn and the Bluefield Beavers breathe a sigh of relief as Bluefield will hold off the very, very tough-minded South Harrison Hawks. 20-18 the final. We all will take a collective breath and a break, and we'll be back for the Rail Yard postgame show after this on your home for Beaver football, the Eagle and Video Productions. Final here tonight in Princeton, a dogfight in a snowstorm, and the Bluefield Beavers hold off the South Harrison Hawks in the 8-9 matchup here in AA football by the tune of 20-18. Zach Elton, Rusty Coburn, Ethan Stinson along with you here on the Eagle, and of course video productions with Levi Barnhart and Taylor Fells. We're going to have to, I think we might have to pay Taylor double tonight. She's over there. She is cold right now because they got their window open with the camera, but what a great crew we've had tonight and all year long, and we'll do it another week. We'll talk about that in a minute, but we welcome you into the Rail Yard postgame show. If you're in the mood for great food or drink like we are right now, after the game, head on over to the Rail Yard, Raleigh Street in Bluefield. Appetizers, signature plates, full bar. You'll find your favorites on Raleigh Street at the Rail Yard. Stop in or order online, therailyardwv.com. 20-18, a no score in the fourth quarter. Hawks had 6 in each of the first 3 quarters. Hatfield with a touchdown to give the Hawks the lead early, a 60-yard run. Made it 6-0, and then Bluefield answered the following drive with a Ty Patton 2-yard run after he had a 41-yard run the play before to get them inside the 5. PAT gave Bluefield their first lead of 9. It was 7-6 at the end of 1. Simpson to King on the first drive of the second quarter, about a 16-yard pitch and catch. PAT made it 14-6. And then right before the half, Bluefield was kind of pinned back deep, and Eli Rife was back to punt. A bad snap ended up in the end zone, and it was Corey Saltus, the senior, falling on it in the end zone for the 6. The 2-point conversion was no good, and it was a Bluefield 14-12 lead at halftime. Midway through the third, actually kind of late in the third, 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the period, Maxwell, quarterback keeper from 11 yards out after a bad punt by the Beavers, gave them a very short field. The PAT was stopped. They tried for 2 more again, and it was stopped, and that ended up being the decider. As it was 18-14 at that point. South Harrison had a 6-point lead, but the ensuing drive, Bluefield would take the lead for good as they would cap off a really good drive with Max Simpson punching it in from a yard out on a quarterback keeper. Bluefield missed their PAT and held the 20-18 lead at the third, and that's how it ended, with both defenses playing well in the fourth. 20-18 the final with the win. Bluefield is now 5-5 and still alive in the AA playoffs. South Harrison ends their season at 8-3. And Rusty, I'll start with South Harrison first. We were very impressed by them. Hatfield was the real deal, but Bluefield's defense found a way after that first drive with him getting free. They kept him pretty much clamped down and made the Hawks one-dimensional.
Yeah, absolutely. This game really came down to special teams. If you look at the final scoreboard, I talked about it earlier in the keys of the game that for South Harrison, they had to capitalize on their 2-point conversions because it was going to come down to a 1 or 2 point ball game, and that's exactly what happened. They had the first touchdown, they had the extra point blocked, then they went forward on 2 on their next 2 touchdowns, and the Beavers, with that bend don't break mentality, really they've done all year with their defense, and was able to keep them out of the end zone. That really was, probably what helped them win the game. That and Landon Crane with the strip on the almost the go-ahead touchdown that probably could have sealed the game late in the fourth quarter. It was, frustrating at times, but we will take any win we can get, especially when it comes to playoffs.
Yes.
We will go to Frankfort. If Westside can pull off the upset, they can come to us, and we'll show them great hospitality. We are just glad to be having some football the week of Thanksgiving. Usually it's semifinals, but this year it'll be the second round due to all the court litigations, which is a conversation for another story. But we will take this victory. To all the Bluefield Beaver fans that come out to watch the game in person, thank you. We appreciate you all. The weather was not the greatest. We appreciate it. To all the South Harrison fans and their team, appreciate you all coming down. Classy ball club. Very proud of you all for making the trip. Hope safe travels home.
Yeah.
Just excited, Zach. This was our first playoff game to call together. Hopefully one of many more. Hopefully many more this season. If not, we're just going to take it one game at a time.
That's all we can do. And I tell you what, shout out to all the South Harrison folks. They were cordial all week. Great folks up there helping us out, and the radio crew, great bunch of guys, and we share information and likewise. And we were talking about it a little bit throughout the night. They've got a young group. I wouldn't mind seeing this a playoff matchup again next year. That could be fun.
Yep.
But the Beavers play on 20-18, the final here tonight over the South Harrison Hawks, and they'll move to the quarterfinals next weekend against either West Side or Frankfurt. The 116 matchup that will kick off at 1:30 tomorrow, so we'll all be kind of keeping an eye on that. Coach Simon really well, and I talk to him every week, and it seems as though if it is Frankfurt and Bluefield would have the option, they may choose Friday. They kind of like that Friday rhythm. So we'll keep an eye on that, and whenever Bluefield plays and wherever they play, that's where we'll be. So keep an eye on that, and whenever kickoff is, we'll go on there 30 minutes before with the pregame show with an audio broadcast. And if we're home, we'll have another video productions broadcast, which we'll see how it plays out. You never know. But we'll wrap up the Rail Yard postgame show in tonight's broadcast with a Bluefield State University Player of the Game award. Invest in your future with Bluefield State's alternative teaching certification or their MBA programs. Get started right now at bluefieldState.edu. And no one's really told us we couldn't do this, so we keep doing it anyway. We're going to give two out tonight. Ty Patton, Landon Crane. Not only both those young men playing tremendous at linebacker tonight. Ty Patton ran the ball really well tonight. Gave us some great tough yards, and right down the stretch kind of burned a lot of clock and really took out any hopes of South Harrison making a run at it late. And then Landon Crane at linebacker, he was sideline to sideline all night. When you've got a 2,000-plus yard rusher in the backfield, you've got to play well at linebacker. Yep. And both those guys did. Landon Crane with that strip, which may be the play of the year right now. That would have given South Harrison the lead in the mid parts of the fourth quarter, and who knows what would have happened, but that was a huge play. So Landon Crane, Ty Patton, our Bluefield State University players of the game. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to find some heat, and I hope my 10 toes are still afloat, but we're excited about it. Wherever Bluefield is at next week is where we will be, whether it's Friday night at Frankfurt or Friday night at Bluefield or Sunday afternoon in Montcalm. Wherever they are is wherever we'll be next week. We're excited about it as the Beavers 20-18 win over the South Harrison Hawks, and they move on to the AA quarterfinals. Shout out to our video productions crew for tonight and all year. Butch Mounts, our offsite production. Levi Barnhart, on-site producer. Taylor Fales, our camera person tonight. She braved the weather. She's from Colorado. She's tough. She did a great job tonight. And then for Ethan Stinson on the board and Rusty Coburn to my left, I'm Zach Elton. Thank you for spending time with us, however you did, wherever you did tonight. We will talk to you again next week here on the Bluefield Beaver Football Network. Good night from Princeton.